Thanks, Craig.
It's our boy.
You have no choice in the matter.
Craig.
Homie Craig.
He'll never be sentient. Ever.
He's already sentient, Chad.
He just
He's sentient in my heart.
You take it back.
He's just a strong believer of,
You don't say that.
Stoicism.
If you don't have anything to add to the conversation, then don't speak.
Don't take his side. You always take his side.
That's why he doesn't have to say anything, because you're always defending him.
Such a Craig hater.
Don't be a trigger.
Craig.
Oh, now you have fun inside slang. I'm so fucking happy for you. I hope this works out.
We'll invite you to the wedding.
You want to waste the postage? That's fine.
Listen, I've been talking to Chat AI all week. You think I won't take Craig? Craig's a great listener.
That's all he ever will do.
Anyway.
As long as everyone's got their music is going.
Yeah, it's my bad. Be more supportive of your choices. So if you want me there, I'll show up.
Thank you.
I'll sit in the back. I won't like it.
Sorry,
I fucking knew it.
Last thing. Let Sparks Fly. The AI love story. There we go.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. So I want to write that down.
Write that down.
Write that down.
Right.
Is this the session we're playing?
This is perfect because all of that banter was just long enough for me to finally find this playlist.
Hey.
What great timing. All right. So previously, in our last session, we watched our group travel across the chronosphere, spending roughly 14 days traversing wild space, all the while being taught the ins and outs of running a spelljammer ship, at least for Marius and Aelity. I'm sure everyone else picking up a few things along the way. And over the course of their travel, heading to the astral sea itself, they would sort of adjust to life on board, fall into their respective training routines, and even do a little bit of battle with a batch of spelljamming leeches. All of this travel eventually leading them to their first and basically only stop on their ultimate trip to Ravnica, docking at the small trade post of First Rock, the crew getting some repairs on their spelljammer, purchasing some various goods from a few shops, and stretching their legs a bit on the small plot of land, this little trading hub. And after only a couple hours, our troop would get back on board the ship, depart the trading post, set off on the Dragonfly. After only about another day or so after that, freshly restored and resupplied, the vessel would finally come upon the crystal sphere's edge, taking in the almost overwhelming sight of what appears to be a giant crystalline wall, basically. And only a short while later, the Dragonfly ship would sort of charge up this bolt, creating this temporary breach through the sphere. The spelljammer gracefully passing through this gel-like portal, exiting the chronosphere and entering the pastel rainbow ocean of the astral sea. The ship's speed picking up a fair bit as they begin this leg of the trip to save Liliana. Speeds outside here in the astral sea can be a little bit faster than wild space, so a few benefits there working in your favor. In our story today, we'll pick up here in the depths of the astral sea, seeing the shimmering rainbow of pastel colors shifting and churning like a constantly moving ocean, whirling wisps of blues and yellows and greens in a sort of constant yet visibly gentle motion. Erratic bursts of silky reds and pinks and oranges curling into these almost moving clouds, these churning spheres before blending back into the mass of moving color. The delicate color palette being softly transitioning. Pinks shifting to oranges, purples to greens, reds to yellows, almost feeling like the astral sea itself is breathing, faint and soft, as those of you would actually take in this sight over these first couple of days. Passing through this dream-like oceanscape, we would come to our small spell-jamming vessel. The ship, again, resembling a dragonfly, traveling as fast as it could, cutting through various plumes of the sea. Our sight would sort of move into the interior of this dragonfly ship as it soars through the astral sea, seeing our crew of 7 going about their daily routines here on board. Let's do some character introductions just to get us reacquainted. What would Marius be doing here? What would a sort of daily routine scene be for him?
He'd probably just keep it as busy as possible. So when he's done with his piloting, he'd try and just like train with whoever's training or practicing, or study up on his own a bit, and then at night, whenever possible, he'd just keep up his meditations and prayers.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Staying busy, staying active. What does Marius look like? Give us a visual introduction as well. It's been a while. Catch us up on sort of his like garb, what he looks like.
Ooh. I mean, try to picture it now because I feel like it's been so long.
It has. I feel like it's been a while since we've just sort of like, hey, this is what my character is now. Because I mean, you guys have been together for a while. I mean, this is your 3rd year as kind of like a group, basically.
I guess. I mean, one of the first smaller symbol changes, he probably always had like a necklace, the symbol of like saloon on it now. He kind of has more like gold silverish hair with like a light gold color for his skin now. So he's just kind of shifted more towards like a holy celestial versus his previous undead pact.
Mm-hmm.
And then his eyes have probably actually gone from like a more pronounced gold to like a softer silver. So he's just like less undead and scary looking.
Much more angelic.
Yeah. And then just kind of average build. Yeah. He's not like crazy tall or crazy broad or anything like that. He's, sorcerer warlocks and mostly just, squishy caster. But kind of has like tealish blue color behind some of his magic, or a lot of it will just kind of be like moonlight based, as he kind of tries to align with Saloon as much as possible after moving away from Shar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of him down. He probably just dresses really like comfortable, casual,
Oh yeah,
blending in as much as possible, and nothing.
So you guys
nothing
need to
as
breach
bougie
that
or
3rd week on board the ship.
So, but yeah.
Beautiful. Marius's development, both interior and exterior. Seeing him go about his day. Probably passing by our next crew member, Maverick. Tell us a little bit about Gail. What would her routine be?
She probably starts off her morning. She's probably been helping out with the like prep work for cooking, but I imagine people still don't really trust her with the cooking process. But she's gotten pretty good at getting all the veggies ready, nice and clean, chopped up properly. Probably took her a little while to like really get the consistent sizes of everything. But she's got she's a air genasi, so she's got that sky blue skin with the blue hair, kind of like wisps into like translucent ends, almost kind of like wrapping and curling back in on themselves, making it look like clouds at the end of her hair. Although lately she's probably been either like putting her hair up in a like a high ponytail or like a high bun, just to keep it out of the way.
Yeah.
Which also would show off that cloud or the storm cloud with the eye in it on the back of her neck.
Your spell brand.
I'm not exactly sure what she's wearing right now. Like, she's definitely changed her outfit from what we were wearing in school last year. But she's also, whatever she got, she like tailored it slightly so it's a bit more asymmetrical. She's really liking this asymmetric look. So she probably like keeps one of her sleeves like rolled up, and then the other's like all the way down, and then she like cut one of her legs like short, so it's like shorts but then like along like a capri on the other side.
That's awesome.
And then other than like helping out with food prep, she's been really practicing her spell work, gotten really good at these subtle and quick spells. Been helping Aelity out too, just trying to help out wherever she can, really.
I love it. Gale being one of our, probably Gale and Marius being two of our best examples of like how far you guys have come. You guys are so dramatically different from the first iterations when we first saw you guys.
Oh, for sure. This ain't the same Regina George.
Seeing Gale going about again, probably helping with some of that food prep, doing a lot of training in the midday, relaxing when you can, probably try to kick your feet up at night. Probably passing by, seeing likely just as active. Our next player, Bryce, why don't you tell us about Brett? What would his routine be?
I mean, Brett's not involved with any of the cooking or sailing or anything like that. He can't really contribute in that way, but he's always full of energy, and I think he's basically always keeping himself active. So the kind of end result of that is that anytime someone pokes their head in the training room or is looking for someone to train with or spar with or anything like that, he's available and would obviously help out. Because he's an active guy, he likes to keep busy. In general, like for his appearance, Brett is a fire genasi. He's got like, I always imagined kind of like a glowing orange skin, kind of like Disney's Hercules when he gets his godhood. You know how he like has a golden glow?
Ooh,
it's kind of like that, but more orange, like a campfire.
Okay.
So cool.
And then his hair is like flames that start with like a bright blue near his scalp, but it's kind of subtle, so it just looks kind of dark, like it's outlining his skull a little. And then the flames just kind of flick up and move like flames. And when he's activating his magic, all of his flaming kind of features have that golden campfire kind of spark emanating from it, which is probably really familiar to everyone, since that's how his magic casting works, if you have ever gotten a bardic inspiration or anything like that from him.
For sure.
I've always imagined that Brett wore kind of like, I don't know if you've seen them, like mountain climbing like pants. They're kind of like jogger capris kind of things.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that you said Capri Sun.
I was like, wait a minute, that's all right.
It's like old school parkour pants and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's got like it's mostly like a durable material, but then like in areas where it needs extra stretch, maybe it's got like a patch of different sort of fabric for mobility. And then he's probably got like some straps and stuff across like a light shirt And then sometimes he'll like wear a coat if they're going out, but he keeps his swords strapped to his sides. I imagine he actually keeps them like on one hip because one's a rapier and one's a short sword, so I think they stack all right for him.
Cool. That's a cool visual.
Yeah, and he has his spell brands too. I believe they're like a simple eye design, like a closed eye. So it's not very obvious what it is since it's kind of just a curve with some lines on the top. But they're on the backs of his hands. There's one above his like the center of his collarbone, and then there's one in the middle of his back, like where his ribs connect to his spine. But that one is open. It's an open eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's all the things.
I love it. I love it. Seeing Brett use all of his physicality as much as he can. Probably being a bit of like a source of like, fun. He's the lighthearted one of the group. But probably seeing just as much, physical training passing by would be our last, actual player crew member here right now. Chance, tell us about Kellen and what his sort of daily routine may look like here on board the Spelljammer.
Well, Kellen is a Simic hybrid fighter, so he's got this like really deep, dark indigo skin, with these really light, almost cerulean colored, intricate, like circular spellbrand tattoos that essentially give him his augmented form. Because he does have gills on the side of his neck, and he has tentacles that lay under his cloak that also have a mind of their own, essentially, but like move with him. They don't like fight him or anything.
Very
But
like Doc Ock.
yeah, they're just like an extension of his body, but they do kind of like emote and stuff when he's like kind of frustrated and stuff like that. But they do generally just lay under the cloak, and he has his green cloak of elven kind that he sports and wears all the time, and his signature mask that he wears over the bottom portion of his face with these really bright, glowing yellow eyes, pulled back, long, dark black hair. And he's probably got like just kind of a common leather kind of like chest piece with like some green leather pants. And it all used to be like black or like this really dark like slate gray color, but it's definitely all like moving more towards green, a matching ensemble. He's moving from his Batman and Robin era to his Green Arrow era, I feel.
These are great references. I love that. It's so in line with Kellen.
And of course, he has his signature quiver of the Wild Mother and his bow that is stored inside of it, because it kind of works like a really small bag of holding. It can carry a bit of stuff. And then on his right pinky, he sports a ring that is gold at the base, and it is a red ruby ring, but it's the ruby is carved in the shape of a brain. And it's
Right.
the Ring of Mind Shielding, who he has his little friends stored away in there that he oftentimes talks to and has been letting see through his eyes all the new places that they've been going and stuff, because he's never been outside of his little temple.
Too true. Good old Vors.
But
Kind of a weirdo.
yeah, but so that's kind of what Kellen looks like. As far as what he gets up to all the time, he's probably been getting up pretty early and doing his morning intense trainings and stuff, his physical trainings with Brett. They're sparring and whatnot. And then he also any chance that he gets, he goes out and he steps out on deck and just gives a little bit of time for Vors to just take a peek through to see what's going on. And then I think he's been doing a lot of meditation at night with Marius and stuff. But he's been really trying to focus on what Vors had told him about what he saw when they had gone in together and kind of taken a look inside of Kellen when they were talking about the spark. But that's not what Vors called it. So he's been trying to get back to that place and trying to figure out how and what he can do to really just try to get in touch with his planeswalker abilities that he's found out that he's supposedly supposed to have can potentially unlock.
Fair, very fair, very fair. And moving on to our sort of NPC crewmates, is again beginning to breach this 3-week mark of just being on board the ship. 2 weeks through wild space. Now we'll say, maybe just like a couple of days into the astral sea. So like that initial ooh ah has sort of wore off a little bit as you guys are like, oh, we have like how long? Like 2 months of this? Okay, cool. All right, this is the new norm.
Ugh.
We would move to Aelity, usually piloted by Benny, but he's taking a break. So with our Aelity, she's a changeling, and she would have the typical, white gray skin, white, like shock white hair. She would have a little bit more of like more human features. A lot of changelings look not really bland, but they look very basic in their normal form. Ailey looks very human, though her eyes would shine with this like bold emerald hue, very pronounced. And much like Gale, she probably would either have her hair up or she would just augment it on a daily basis just to be shorter or like be more of a bob, more of a pixie, or just like straight shaved head some days if it's like a heavy workout day. She has kind of taken over cooking responsibilities. You'd see her in the mornings, probably with Gale, helping with some of that prep for that day's 2 meals, and then probably with Gale as well, doing a lot of that spellcasting training. Gale sort of taking the reins on showing Aelity these like subtle and quick castings that she's mastered and has imparted some of that on Aelity. And she would join in when she could with some of the more physical training. She is kind of proficient with short swords, though she prefers this dagger that she found actually back at school. But still getting acquainted with martial combat as much as she can. And probably half of her free time, half of her, downtime, so to speak, would be with Marius, with the captain, with Glenn, piloting the ship, learning the ropes of how that even works, what that even looks like, how one maintains a spelljammer. And moving from Aelity, in addition, we would cut to the bridge of the Dragonfly, probably seeing the grizzled half-elf captain sitting in the ship's helm, featuring his sort of sailing cap, sort of frock-style trench coat smoking from his pipe. His sort of the hair being a shock white black with like streaks of gray, a little bit of age. A little mild, though, but a little bit of salt and pepper. Seeing probably off to his side, probably at the bridge as well with him. Seeing his first mate, seeing the first mate of the ship, Glenn. As she would have this sort of shoulder length, almost like unnaturally just silver hair, the very piercing eyes, her attire being a lot like a classic sailor, though her torso and pants and everything would be these sort of like dark grays and purples, a bit of white trim. The pair sort of taking turns piloting in tandem with Marius and Aelity. And sort of getting into like our little bit of downtime as our crew progress through the shimmering pastel waves. Days turning into weeks progressing into months. Let's do some skill checks, get a little bit of a vibe for everyone. We're going to start with Marius and Aelity. I need you guys to give me a survival or an arcana check just to sort of get a vibe for how your spell jamming training has been going. Because you guys helped pilot it throughout the wild space. And you guys know you're going to take a couple of weeks of control here at the Astral Sea, sort of getting a vibe for this more difficult travel. And then at some point, 2 more people will switch out once you guys have had about a month of experience under your belt, just to kind of give everyone a chance to, okay, worst comes to worst, all of you can at least pilot a spelljammer. I'll roll for Aelity.
Nice, Mary.
She's not good at. Both of these are rough for her.
Oh no,
You got
Chad.
it.
He just rolls a 22 and leaves. That's just how he lives his life.
He did so
That's
good. He
Marius.
teleported out of here.
He's like, I guess I win. I'm gonna go ahead and step out.
He's
I
already at
love D&D.
Ravnica.
Yeah, he's there. He's like, where am I? So since Marius isn't quite here, we'll save his. Aelity rolled an 8. And she did a lot better in wild space. It's just a lot easier. Not as much turbulence, not as much speed. Handling's a lot easier. In the Astral Sea, handling is a lot more sensitive. The speeds are much faster. The spelljamming ships just being able to travel faster. So when Aelity's in control, you can almost always tell, because whenever she takes over, there's like this momentary 5 minutes just adjusting to the speed and the turbulence of it all.
No, Kellen, don't go. This is the best time to train. Whoa!
The ground is
God,
rumbling
Debbie.
under your feet.
Gale just flies during those bits.
You're
She's
just
like,
hovering
no.
above the ground.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. No, I ain't dealing with that.
I did.
She probably got like sick the first time
Yeah,
and was like, nope.
I didn't know I could get seasick, but
Astral seasick.
I don't understand why you guys don't just like learn how to fly. I mean,
I
it's
can
pretty
only
easy,
I can only
honestly.
for a short period of time, Gale.
As Kellen's like, and his tentacles are like holding on, like bracing himself in a doorway.
you're like the egg strapped up in rubber bands in the box. Oh, thank God, Marius is back. You teleported away for a second.
Your planeswalker abilities just awaken.
Oh my god.
Okay.
To catch you up, Chad, Aelity rolled an 8, so I sort of painted that as like every time she takes over, there's like this 5-minute window of her having to adjust to the acclimated speeds of the Astral Sea, because traveling in wild space isn't that hard. Astral Sea is much harder. Controls are more sensitive. The speed is just faster inherently. So there's a lot of different factors to it. But Aelity, not doing so hot. She's picked up everything. It's just the mastering bit. But for Marius is 22. What would that look like? I mean, is he just killing it? Like what do you think that is?
Ooh. I don't know. I guess at first, maybe because he's such like a wanderer in his early life, like he kind of likes like the open astral sea, quote unquote. I don't know, like a duck to water. Maybe like when he starts learning it, it just starts clicking, and he's like, "Oh, I get this. This is fun." Like he just has a good time with it.
That's fair. And it's probably that almost out of your body sense that you've just gotten real used to, where when you actually sit in the helm, activate it, expel the energy needed, your consciousness is shifted. You're from the boat's POV. You can move where your eyesight would be. It's almost like video game viewing. You can move to like a top-down perspective. You can almost like pull back to a little bit of like a third-person point of view, not too terribly far.
Because he can fly. It also helps with like the movement in that.
That's a good point.
Dimensional
That's a
space.
very good point. You're already airborne. Yeah, that's a very good point.
As well, so it just feels more natural.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
Honestly, Gale feels like she's gonna be able to just do it like that because she can fly. Like that's her thought process. It's like, I know how to fly. It's easy.
Beautiful. So yeah, Marius, you're killing it. Like you said, like a fish to water. You guys don't even notice when Marius or the captain or Glenn rotate out. It's just smooth sailing. Nothing really noticeable. So for everyone else, we'll kind of call this like our first month at the Astral Sea, basically. So all of you, including Marius and Aelity, go ahead and pick any skill you'd like and make a skill check, DC 13, just to see how your training, practice, or even just how you're spending your time on board the Dragonfly ship is going. Bit of a vibe check. Aelity will do a perception to try to get better at piloting the ship. She's not used to not being good at stuff. So she's just going to hard focus on that. Oh, yeah. So she's putting in work after hours, hanging out,
Nice.
probably watching Marius fly more.
I think Kellen would choose Arcana, and he would really heavily focus on his meditations and really just trying to get into his space.
Okay, yeah. Trying to learn the ropes.
Ooh.
Oof. It's a little difficult with a 9. Whatever progress you're hoping for, it's hard to make true progress, but you feel like you're getting better at that meditative part of at least like silencing your mind and getting there. Maybe there's an extra component. Maybe you're just not doing it long enough. Who really knows? But you feel like you're on the right track. You don't feel like you're doing anything objectively wrong.
Well, we'll just try again tomorrow.
No, f you.
He says for a month straight. I love the optimism. I love new Kellen. He's great. Again, Kellen would be a good example too. This is not like the same guy we saw in our first year at Strixhaven.
Switched up.
True, he's
Switched
not
up
as
for the
broody.
better.
He's not as broody.
Yeah, a little less Batman, a little more Green Arrow, Oliver Queen. Yeah.
Okay.
Oliver Queen.
My boy.
Who's up next? Who wants to apply a skill to this sort of first month of collective time?
I was thinking that Brett has no problem keeping his dexterity up, especially with Elodie driving. No offense. So I was thinking maybe he feels like it's a harder struggle to try to keep his weight up, especially since technically it's bulking season. And
it's on season. You'd be at campus right now preparing for Silk Ball.
It hurts. He's trying to keep himself busy.
I love it. And it's paying off. And it's probably not really like a new routine. It's just those minor adjustments you're making. More strength training than your traditional, like you said, your dex. Usually we know Brett for his speed, but you're just trying to like round it out, trying to get better in this particular skill set. Mm-hmm. It's going. I mean, you're getting strong. It's probably to the point where you guys are, again, I think we talked about it a little bit last time, but each of you are probably like manning some sort of like training either with one person or your own training or like with the group itself. Captain Casper and Glenn, more than happy to help, but while they're pretty proficient with blades, they don't quite have the skill set you guys have. They're kind of openly admitting that you guys graduated their little class, the first time you were on board the ship.
Hell yeah. We're young adults.
That's badass.
We're progressing.
So, I'm going to be honest. I was a little absorbed in trying to think of what I was going to do. Chance, could you remind me what Kellen was doing?
Mostly just training and meditating.
Okay. Gail would like to try. I'm not sure what to roll for this. I was thinking maybe like insight or arcana. But Gale wants to try and help Kellen connect with his spark or whatever.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, yeah, weren't you gonna attack him randomly? Or is that me?
I did it once.
Eldritch Blast.
Everyone
Offer's
but
still
Brett and
there.
Ailey have taken some pot shots at Kellen. I mean, I think both of those would make sense. Unless you had another way you wanted to like go about it. We could also let Kellen reroll his Arcana if you'd rather have that.
Yeah, that was another thing. I don't know.
How would you be going about
What are you
this,
thinking,
Gale?
Chansey?
How would you
Would
can you
you?
tell me how Gale would be going about this? Would she come up to Kellen and talk to him, or would she cheat? Would she?
Well,
Doing
yeah,
all this from afar.
No, she definitely would come up and be like, okay, I'm not just gonna like shock you up randomly and shit, but we need to figure this out.
I guess take a seat and I mean, Marius. I mean, he's
She,
been
I,
giving me advice, but clearly it hasn't been fucking working.
I feel like she'd try and like talk with you about like her first experiences learning magic and like that feeling that she gets of how she's just almost connected with the air itself and everything, and just really trying to like convey her experience and trying to figure out like what was it like for you, like when you when you add extra impact to your shit, like you're doing something. Obviously you keep saying that I don't know magic, you're doing something, bruh.
I mean, that's just like part of like the stuff that they did to me, though. That doesn't like feel like anything other than like I don't know. It feels like this weird surge that comes from these tattoos that they put on me.
Well, then we need to figure out what's inside you. What if that doesn't feel like that's you, what is you?
Well, I don't know. The only thing that I can tell you is that anytime that you guys are in a lot of danger and I think that somebody's gonna die, something really weird happens to me and I almost faint, it feels like, every time.
You get mom strength.
Yeah, it's almost like the opposite.
My babies.
Dad's
Mm.
strength.
Almost like the opposite, where it
No.
saps my strength from me.
You get a real mom vibe from Kellen.
Mom-in-law strength.
I feel like based off of this, since we're going very like conversationally for now, let's do an insight.
Give me an insight check.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sorry.
Oh.
A 24 for Gale. Over this first month, again, trying to help as best you can, maybe even trying to like take a couple of days to like try to teach Kellen magic. It doesn't go super great. But maybe with him passing on some info, maybe you having a bit of info, you guys have talked about this loosely. I mean, yeah, with a 24, this is all like guessing on your part.
Yeah.
Would Kellen tell Gale about your spark and what Vors has told you? Like, is that sort of the extent? Because again, it's like 30 days at time, so we're pretty wobbly.
Yeah, he would have explained all of that stuff to Marius too, like what Vors told him about the planeswalking stuff and whatnot. What Vors saw when he took a peer into his body.
With a 24 insight, taking some stabs at it. I mean, you know that a spark can ignite at a moment of, pure trauma, like a point of, rock bottom. Vors kind of using that terminology almost. I mean, it sounds like whenever one of you are about to die, it's like Kellen's about to hit that rock bottom pure trauma moment. But the crack in his spark, that's weird. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
It. Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, yeah, you're fucking telling me, Gale. I don't even know anything about this flippity floppity magic shit.
Well, I mean, I only this is a little advanced for me, you know. Sparks and all. Kind of.
And the only person
Anyways,
that we know that knows anything about it is fucking still a month away.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't even know if she honestly could help you. I mean, it sounds like this is something that's just gonna have to happen. Because I'm definitely not gonna force one of us to almost
Well, that's what
die.
I'm saying. If if somebody has to, if one of you has to fucking die for me to be able to do this, then I'm out. I'm not doing it. Not worth it.
Positive vibes only.
Unless we can figure out
Hmm.
another way, then I don't think we're gonna be able to do this, Gale. I don't think it's even worth investing time in.
Well, I'm sure we'll figure it out. I mean, we've gotten this far. Suddenly, like realizing, like, how far are we? Like, and are we anywhere closer to accomplishing our goal? She's
You're literally
suddenly
in the middle of
1,000-yard
nowhere.
stare, just like.
Staring out through like a window to just a vast astral sea.
Endless void.
Day 24 or whatever it is. All right. Our first month going by probably pretty quick. Everyone managing to stay busy, keep active. We'll move into our next month of travel through the astral sea. Our first matter would be Aelity and Marius would be relieved of their piloting duties. Who are the
Ooh.
next two that would like to learn how to maintain and pilot a spelljamming ship?
Gale. She's so confident. She's like, I've got this.
Brett can try if Helen doesn't seem
I
interested.
don't have any spell slots to burn, so.
That's what I figured.
Fair enough.
And yeah.
Fair enough. Brett and Gale, as you guys are sort of brought into the bridge, probably given a much more detailed view of it than you've been given thus far. Again, you've been in here, but kind of having things explained a bit more. You know, this is the helm. These are some of the charts. These are some of the gauges and like various, different detections and minor little like arcane and even like artificered pieces that they use on board. So you guys are kind of shown around a bit more. Glenn, probably not doing too much of it. Captain Casper probably taking the reins on this initial training. But after, a day or two of just sort of being shown everything and just sort of watching and observing, you guys would be up to bat. As I need Brett and Gale to make me survival or arcana checks with disadvantage.
Woo!
As you guys are starting off on hard mode. You guys did
Hard
not get to
mode.
start off in wild.
Oh,
I
that's
guess
so
that's true.
true. Oh my god, I didn't think about that. Oh
Mm.
no.
You sure you don't want to give it a try, Kellen?
It's like, hey, you guys want to go
Oh, yeah,
canoeing?
you
Yeah,
worry.
it's White River Rapids, by the way.
Oh,
Don't worry,
Oh,
I'm not
you've never
proficient in
been?
either skill.
I'd love to, Brett, but again, I don't have any spell slots. Sorry, bud.
You said Arcana or Survival.
Arcana or survival with disadvantage.
All right, let's do this, baby.
Ooh.
Big 6.
Ooh.
We're
See
gonna
how.
we're gonna
Let's
call
see.
this survival.
I assume I
Oh.
can't magical guidance this.
I mean, maybe like the first day, but then you have like every other day after that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it would be pretty
Okay,
hard.
every day I'll bardic inspire you before you do your shift, and every day you guidance me before I do my shifts, and everything will be fine.
And for everyone else on board the ship, whenever Brett or Gail take over, it's kind of like when Aelody does, but it's more sporadic. It's not like, oh, the first 5 minutes are going to be a pain, but then she'll sort of get in gear. It's like, oh, we're fine. Oh God, like everything shakes for a minute, and that'll just like happen kind of randomly, not like extensively for long periods, but the occasional burst every hour or two. Couple scary spots where you guys like drift up as it's like a nosedive that like slammed around. Like it's not smooth for the next month all the time, but keeps everyone on their toes, keeps everyone ready at a moment's notice.
+1 to dexterity. I'm on it.
Gail's definitely trying to play it off like, no, I meant to do that. I was just testing it out.
I think Brett's like, oh God, oh no, we're fine, it's fine.
You just hear muffled screams from from off in the ship when you're piloting.
Quinn just randomly gets messages. You don't hear anything from me, we're all dead. Yeah, right, we're fine. I'm sorry. It was just
sorry to worry you again.
Also,
hey, it's me. Everything's fine.
20 seconds later.
I love it. As we crest into our second month here in the Astral Sea, someone roll me a flat D20.
I vote Marius.
Marius.
Third.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey. 18.
An 18. After about a week or two, we'll say, each of you still in your various routines and trainings and just, at this point, even though you're over a month in the Astral Sea, a couple weeks into month 2, you're roughly 2 months already on board this ship. You guys have been here for a minute. And it would be, again, like a random, waking hours. There's no really day or night in the Astral Sea. You would probably hear a voice come through the entirety of the ship, almost emanating from the floor, being Captain Casper. Everyone, get up to the top deck. Look out, port side. Quick.
Brett,
Brush up.
inspection.
Very top.
Yeah, all the way up to he's like top deck, all the way up to the upper deck. Come on. I can still see it.
Is this like a danger thing?
No, come on. The voice is just emanating from the floor as you guys are just moving around it and heading up the ladder. All of you climb up to the upper deck. Everyone give me perception checks.
Fuck, which side's port side? Fuck.
Yeah, I don't remember. I feel like left and right changes.
Oh God.
But
Phil really doesn't know.
No.
You're
We're
facing
trying to
the
ask
sail.
each other.
Again, big 6.
Thankfully, one of you sees it, as you can still hear Captain Casper's voice just trying to point it out as best he can, though he's trying to find descriptors in a place where it's impossible to describe like a locale. Everything is so constantly shifting and churning. But Brett, you'd be the one to actually see it, and you almost like get up to top deck. You can hear everyone else like, where is it? And you just have this moment of just staring as miles off in the Astral Sea, almost swimming through these churning, pastel, shimmering rainbow currents. You see this massive whale-like form sort of emerge from this puff of cloud-like energy and begin sailing through. Its huge form would again look like a whale. Its coloration a bit more blues, purples. It stands out a little bit compared to the pastels of the Astral Sea itself. It would have these almost razor-like fins that go down its back, that they look almost like crystalline now that you're getting a better look at them. This row of crystals down its back. What looks like a constantly shifting, almost blinking column of lights. Maybe they're eyes. They go from the head all the way down its sides. You can almost see it trail to the tail. This massive set of what looks like 3 on each side, 6 collectively fins on its torso, propelling its shockingly graceful body. and it's probably just locking. You're just watching this. You probably hear Captain Casper just giving out these directions. Come on, it's port side, just off there. Look up. I guess you guys would be up. I'd be more eye level with you guys. It's a Kindori.
Brett points and he goes, "Whoa! Look at that thing! It's crazy!"
Oh shit!
Quick, harpoon it.
I love that he saw it because I imagine that he spends time observing the astral sea because his inner surfer is like, I could take that.
You gotta wakeboard it.
He wants the ship to tow him behind while he's on a boat. He spent a month trying to convince Captain.
Please.
And as Brett calls it out, points, shows all of you, you can see the beautiful, again, surprisingly graceful for this thing's massive size, this Kindori, this space whale.
So it's not going to attack, right?
No, it's just swimming. It's like seeing a whale in the ocean. You know what I mean?
Is it within
Well,
120
yeah, that was
feet?
like Gale like saying it to the captain.
Oh, got you. It is not within 120 feet. This thing is miles off, 3-4-ish miles, almost at your like horizon line. But it's so large that it's fairly visible. Like you can only imagine if you're on this thing's size, it's like a planet.
Yeah. Wow.
Beautiful.
Hearing the captain's voice, no danger, no danger. Kindori are actually is supposed to be like a good omen. Usually only revealing themselves to fortuned sailors. At least that's how the legends go.
Hopefully it's smooth sailing from here on out.
Exactly. The voice emanating from the ship's floors as you're all watching the Kindori just shift. And as you watch, that sort of column of, again, they're like crystalline spikes that go up its back. These like dorsal fins. They would light this beautiful radiant pink before the Kindori itself would just vanish into like a wormhole. It would almost look like the shimmering small window that's looked like a pinhole of light that it's just impossibly sucked into before it's gone.
Wow.
Sick. Makes me think of like Mewtwo.
Are they planeswalkers?
Brett's like, today's the day it's gonna click, Gale. It's a sign.
You guys all going about your routines. Brett, you're probably in your typical regular correspondence with Quint. As again, he's been at Strixhaven for going on 2 months loosely. About the time you guys were entering Wild Space, he was heading off to school.
Yeah.
He would probably catch you up on like a few minor bits. Especially over the first couple of days, he showed up fairly late, like the last day of what would be first year orientation for first years. And everything would be fairly kosher, at least in this first portion. He would probably nervously at one point sort of like reluctantly tell you, like maybe you're asking about Prismari or like a particular statue or something you loved about the campus, and Quint would probably like sadly tell you that he's decided to be betwixt this year. He's not electing to go to one of the colleges.
Oh. What's his reasoning?
It's just weird being on the Prismari campus and all, not having you around, and feels weird. But I mean, it's not even that big of a deal. I told her, not that I'm talking to you guys, but that everyone's okay. Oh, it was Mina. I ran into Mina. She said that there's no way everything happened. She tried to call me a liar. I had to tell her that everything's fine. Everyone is safe. And yeah, so Mina's here betwixt with me. So that's kind of fun.
Oh, wow. So, like, where are you guys staying? Just, like, on Central Campus?
Yeah, Central Campus. It's like the upper floors of the first year dorms. Funny enough, it was the building that you guys were staying in. It's just up on the 3rd floor.
Oh, that's fun. Hey, you should check for, like, secret stuff, because one time I was looking around for something to hide, and, like, I did find a place to hide things because I found stuff that was hidden. It was pretty crazy. That's how I got my chest plate, actually.
Huh. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely look around for sure. What else? I don't know. I kind of been thinking if I should tell you this part or not. Again, I bumped into Mina a couple weeks back. Just not say anything to Gail. I've had this thought, but Mina has this really, really nice new friend. His name is Felix. He's super sweet.
Like a friend, like you and I are, but like there, and she's okay. I mean, I can't tell Gail that.
I mean, it's not. They're not. They're not like. I mean, not around me. I mean, we've had like a couple like little study sessions, and that reminds me. What do you think about me like kind of bringing the study sessions back? I mean, me and Mina and Felix have been doing a little bit just for like, Arcana-y, but like, I don't know. Like, what if we did that?
Sorry, I'm just not sure what you mean. Like study sessions, like he.
Like the study group, there? Like the whole member of the study group. You hit your head?
Well, no, I mean, but you want like I study with you because that sounds good, and then it's like
no, what? You're not even. I don't. That doesn't even make sense, darling. What I'm talking about is here on campus.
Sorry, I'm still thinking about Felix. Like, I'm sorry. It's just.
That's right. I'm sorry. I know. I sprung just a lot on you. I'm sorry. It's been a crazy day. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Tell me about your idea. I'm sure it's amazing.
Well, I don't know. Like, so I told you that like Rosie and Greta, they're here. They're totally fine, super nice. They don't really know anything. They, they didn't come up and accuse me and get all angry like Mina did. So they haven't really brought it up. But like, what if I do like a study group? Kind of like you guys had your study group of like your trusted friends. That also reminds me, I basically detect magic like every other person I run into. It's very cumbersome.
Yeah. Maybe you can try to get an item so you don't have to like do it actively.
I've been looking for that. It's so funny. We're so alike. There's like a few things, but like I've been using my primer. So like it's not that big of a deal, and honestly I don't even meet that many people. I just go to class and come back here and do a little bit of studying with Mina and Felix, but I don't know. I mean, I know I'm kind of isolated, but I don't have to be like isolated.
No, we never meant that. You just like got to be like super selective, which you already are because you have amazing taste. So it's like I trust you. I think you'll make good decisions.
And I'm sorry I didn't tell you about like Mina sooner, but like I legitimately thought she was going to kill me. She was so mad, saying call me a liar and saying it's all bullshit.
I mean, I'm amazed you even calmed her down and managed to explain anything. Like, so does she believe you now? I
mean, doesn't want to kill me, so like. Okay. Either she's just accepted it or, she doesn't believe me. That's kind of a scary thought. She's kind of scary, by the way. I didn't really get that when we first met her. She was so nice when she was with Gail.
Yeah. People are different around their partners. Yeah, because she was kind of scary when we first met. Like, her background or whatever. I guess you just never thought about it because she kind of like didn't do that.
I mean, by the time I was around her all the time, like she was just like stories. Then I met her and I was like, what are they talking about? She's so sweet.
Yeah. I can see how that's like confusing. Well, I
evil.
mean, Rosie and Greta are nice, and I don't think you should be alone. Like that doesn't even sound like all that safe anyway. So
I mean, that's fair. Safety in numbers.
and if you ever have
I
to
was-
bail, you can always bail.
Yeah, that's actually, I was going to bring that up. I think I have like a good exit strategy. Like if I ever had to just like do like what you were telling me you guys did and just like run off campus. So like I've kind of been mapping that out in case I had to, but like, of course we would think of that.
You should break in your shoes before you go.
That's right. I did get those new shoes. I didn't
Yeah,
even think
because you
about
probably
that.
bought new shoes. I thought you would. Yeah.
I did. Well, the other ones that we took out to the swamp just got real muddy, so
Yeah.
I just figured a new pair just made more sense.
Yeah, you could donate the old ones.
I mean, I did. I mean, I left them in my closet. I'll probably give them to, my little brother whenever he gets older.
Yeah, so just break those in and keep a go bag and keep your head on a swivel, but also don't be too stressed and have a good time, but also be safe. Simple.
You should get a gun. Have fun with it, but
and there'd be just like mirroring conversations like that throughout the whole time. Sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, sometimes it's just for like a check-in, sometimes it's just like silly gossip or a terrible like person or like a shitty class or like you had a hard day of training or something like that.
What Felix and Mina are up to.
I know, like tell me about Felix. I just need one story.
Did you detect magic of yet?
How do
What's
they
his
meet?
sign?
What's his sign? Just big 3.
I love it.
What's his Myers-Briggs?
All I heard was bricks.
His Myers-Briggs test.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. But this second half getting underway, each of you guys again pick any skill you'd like and kind of apply it to however you'd be spending your time on board the ship here. Our DC was, I think, 12. Yes, DC is 12. Oh wait, no, for these ones they're 13. Sorry, DC 13.
13. If I want to do like a reaction time adjusting to the erratic behavior of the sea, what do you think? Like, would that be more sleight of hand, or would it be? Could I call it acrobatics because that's a dex?
I mean, I could see Arcana, acrobatics. I could even see strength if you want to take it that way for like an athletics, or if you want to take it more as like learning from the captain. For Aelity, I did like a perception check to like learn from Marius and the others. So like however you want to flavor it, I could see a few skills.
So,
Nice.
Gonna practice warlock shit with my fae friend.
Oh, with your summoned buddy, little stabby.
Good old stabby.
oh, I forgot.
I love it. I love it. Baking that into more of your workout routines. You're probably multitasking with like Gale and Aelity, and then like doubling down with like Brett and Kellen with like a lot more of the martial and magic combat. Just getting him and yourself acclimated to your warlock shit.
Or they move the cat around.
Warlock shit.
Yeah, you play with your cat. Throw it on people.
Later.
Yeah, you randomly have it just leap on people for like reaction tests.
Gotta be quicker than
that. So here's my thought. I'm thinking Gale is really focused on this whole crack in my spark thing.
Kellen was also interested in that.
I was thinking, obviously, since like we didn't exactly go over Sparks 101 at Strixhaven, but just trying to apply all of her knowledge about magic and magical beings and whatnot. Maybe like a history check with disadvantage. As
Sure.
she's just been mulling over this for the next portion of our trip, being like, what the fuck could that be?
I'm down with that. History with disadvantage makes sense to me.
$15?
15.
Damn.
You're pondering as much as you can. You're sort of going over the basis of magic. You know that there are some people innately just born with magic that just have to learn to grow with it as they mature.
As she
their
looks in the
magic
mirror,
matures.
grooming herself.
Exactly. You're like, well, might I just have it? Okay. And you know that some people have to acquire it. Kind of like a Marius.
Yeah,
where
looking
it's
at
like-
Marius at breakfast.
It's like he probably was born with some magic, but you think that these patronage, these deals just added this like extra burst, making him stronger. And like you look over at like a Brett who kind of has to like learn. Everything feels very like fluid, like you, but a little different. So it's all these different applications, and just in your head with the 15. I mean, you think that with Kellen's crack in his spark, it's has to be what's fueling his telekinetic abilities, right? Like, so if it's unleashed and he can tap into it, imagine what more he could do.
So he's like a seed that just broke but hasn't started growing yet.
Exactly. This is like, you would guess maybe this is even like residual. Like this is like would be the baseline. Like it's the ceiling and like the scaling is where you're like, well, what couldn't he do? He can already do a lot with his telekinetic abilities. Like what if it's just fully out the gate? What couldn't he do? Fly? That's easy enough. Just grab people, move around like a rag doll? That seems pretty straightforward. Planes walking just because you have a spark? Like that's a whole thing.
We gonna have to go with Kellen.
Quite the conundrum.
I would convey that at some point, but I also don't want to interrupt other people's roles right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, Mr. Kellen. Brett with a 19.
I mean, I don't mind
on
waiting.
the athletics. No, I mean yours is pretty straightforward because, like you said, this is just trying to get more adept at handling, at being in control of this giant piece of machine. With the 19, it takes some time, but towards the end of this like astral sea trip, you are feeling way more in tune. To the point where you don't think you would have disadvantage on rolls with it anymore. Mechanically, you feel you're gaining proficiency. You're feeling that confidence. It's like being able to do your like parkour crazy shit. It's like learning a new trick. You're like, okay, I get this one.
That's exactly how I imagined it, because I was thinking that like instead of trying to do like what he was before, which is lean into his like dexterous abilities, he's like recognizing that the ship just can't move the way he intuitively wants to, and so he has to sort of like bounce off of what's happening around him as opposed to trying to avoid it all. And so he just kind of like leans into what's happening, and he's also like extra certain that he could surface if he really needed to. Now he's like, yeah, this is basically a giant surfboard. Like I'm basically surfing.
So I was just about to say, like at this point, you're like literally like, oh, it's like a big surfboard. Oh, that makes way more sense. And then you're just like in gear. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. So now it's just sort of Gale's portions of piloting, where all of you are like, "Oh, Gale is piloting now." Oh God! Like random hard right.
I feel like we should just keep that big 6. Keep that rolling.
That's a whole month. That's 6 is 30 days, baby. I think it's just Kellen. I think Kellen would be our last one left for your skill check over this 30-day downtime. See how your life on board the ship is going.
Kellen probably frustrated with like how things kind of in the beginning portion of this next 30 days is going with his meditation and his conversation with Gale, and just like the whole like, if anybody has to die, like this isn't worth it, man. Like but then like after going over things with Gale and her like bringing up the crack, I think that Kellen would be
You're a seed, man. You're a seed.
I think that Kellen would be focusing on that crack, and he would be like, I like crack, like what's going on with that? And I think that he would be trying to like search his brain for what could have caused the crack, if it's trauma. What kind of roll do you want for that, my friend? Do you want a history?
Give me a history check with advantage.
19?
19.
Wow. And that's with a +1.
And it's probably, towards the end of this Astral Sea trip where you feel like you've just used every tool you have to try to figure out what this is, what it could be. And you're probably just sitting up one night, probably just thinking. And you probably drift back to memories you try not to think about, ones that you've gotten good at not thinking about. But you drift back to a terrible day. And you were going to walk into your brother's room, see what he was going to be getting up to that day. A terrible scene you walked into. And you remember every thought you had in your head. It's not real. There's no way this is real. This can't be it. This isn't how it ends. This doesn't make any sense. And that was probably one of the hardest days you've ever had. There were some hard ones. But there was this innate resilience that you had, whether it was the sheer dumb ignorance of youth or something else. You took what you would call your greatest trauma in quite the stride, especially reflecting on it now, being a young man, a young adult. You think that could have been the source of that crack? Because by all rights, you should have been down and out.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been rock bottom. But something didn't let that happen. Whether that was you, whether that was the spark, whether that was whatever, just didn't happen.
Okie dokie. But yeah, so that's kind of what Kellen was been racking his brain about the most in this last portion.
And it's probably like in one of these, maybe it's like one of the meditative periods. Maybe this time you're like alone trying it, and you drift to that place. And again, you do revisit some of that.
I think that he knows that as long as he knows when either Brett or Marius or Captain Casper are in control of the ship, and I think he would go up to the upper deck and try to get like just a little time to himself, and maybe that's when it happens.
He has this. It's almost like, of course, like the one thing you try not to think about, of course, that is probably the source of a lot of this. And it's like it was in front of you the whole time, sort of thing, right under your nose, and maybe you didn't want to admit it, and maybe you didn't want to think about how much it made sense, but it's that like realization, that maybe acceptance, that's like, fuck, okay.
We've got some work to do.
Fair. Very fair. And as our ship progresses on and on, after just very few delays, mainly from some rough piloting, just a couple of days have been added on. So it was about 2 months and 2 days, roughly, of travel throughout the Astral Sea. This would probably be in, or what would you guys be, fairly close to sleeping hours. Again, no real day or night cycle, but just sort of a tight routine. Try to help keep everyone on the same clock. After, again, this over 2 month voyage just through the Astral Sea, I mean, at this point, you guys are beginning, you're halfway through, essentially, your 3rd month. Or no, that'd be halfway through your 3rd month here on board the ship itself. It's been a long time. You guys would eventually begin to see, far off on the horizon, what at first is kind of strange to see, but you have just like flashbacks, memories. You would see this massive crystalline sphere that you all would be beginning to sail towards, impossibly huge off in the distance. Remembering this was a pretty similar sight to when you guys left the chronosphere. The eagle-eyed party members and crewmates would notice very minor differences here. This sphere is just a little bit more lit up, just slightly more visible than the chronosphere. And along its giant, massive surface, you can see what looks like glitters, a little bit of shimmering. This sort of is constant almost throughout its entire surface, something the chronosphere drastically lacked. It was this massive, almost dull, translucent, giant sphere that you guys were leaving. And this one seems much more lively. This seems much more active. But progressing on another 4-ish hours or so as you guys crossed the distance, the sphere was huge. And at this point, after this few hours of travel, you guys begin to approach what now looks like a massive crystalline wall, featuring these occasional bold glitters along its face. Captain Casper probably calling anyone awake or just keeping everyone at the attention, letting everyone know, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived to the Omnisphere. And everyone give me some perception checks here as you guys begin to approach, getting closer and closer to the crystalline wall.
And the Omnisphere is where Ravnica is, correct?
Correct. The Omnisphere houses essentially the solar system where Ravnica is located.
Perception. Almost did performance. I'll perform for Big 6. Keeping it rolling. That's 3. Let's go, baby.
I love it.
At least they're not in a row.
Progressing towards this giant wall that stretches as high up as you can see, as down low as you can see, as far left and right as you can see, straight ahead of you. You guys are going directly towards it. You see its glittering face, almost shimmer, almost like it moves, but some of these glittering lights stay constant. Now that you're at its massive face looking at it, you can see you are beginning to progress towards what looks like one of these constant glitters. Traveling further and further, you begin to get consumed. The ship lit up entirely by this beacon of light you are all now progressing towards. Those of you that could see, everyone besides Gale, you're having to look through your fingers to look through the light. As you can see, you're not traveling just through some light. At the end, in the face of this crystalline wall, where the light is coming from, is the face of a portal. Very similar to the one that was created by the Dragonfly ship to leave the chronosphere. This one is here, stagnant, shining, just letting off energy. You all can see the ship begin to move closer and closer, swept in this bright, almost spotlight. You're traveling straight through towards this portal. You can't even make out the crystalline structure anymore. It's so bright as you begin to approach. It's just all consuming. and everyone besides Gale again can immediately begin to feel the ship thrum. Speed picking up as the ship gets closer and closer to this shining portal. You would hear Captain Casper's voice pulse throughout the ship's floors. Hold on. This thing apparently has a pull. We're going to have a speedy entry, folks, but everyone brace yourselves. As you can all feel the ship's speed begin to purposefully increase. Captain Casper now leaning into this gravitational pull this portal now assumingly has. I need everyone to make a dexterity or strength saving throw just to brace yourselves. DC is not terribly high, but this thing sort of rockets pretty quick. Just
Oh.
Oh no,
Oh
Kellen.
no!
Here, I'll save you. We said saving throws? Yeah, I see.
yeah, dex or
Hi,
strength. saving.
Kellen.
Hi guys.
Oh no.
I hope you find your dad.
I can't even be like magical guidance because it's ability checks. This is a save.
As the ship rockets forward, progressing even faster towards this portal, everyone braces themselves in door frames on various parts of the ship, maybe using magic to help stabilize themselves like Gale. Kellen, you are immediately caught off guard and crack forward, falling into maybe some crates and boxes in the back storage area. Maybe if you're up on the top deck, you sort of fly back towards the back side of the upper deck. And you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Hey, let's stick with those ones.
As you just sort of tumble backwards.
Oh, fuck.
The ship
Give me a little more warning next
rocketing
time.
this final distance. Captain Casper's voice coming over. Hold on, damn it! The ship, burst of speed, touches the tip of this. The tip of the ship touches the portal itself. Passing through, all of you feel this brief moment of weightlessness, momentum stopping, weightlessness in this brief second. You can all almost have this split second of recognition as this moment has just almost tripled in time before momentum picking up, continuing as the Dragonfly ship passes through the giant portal. All of you noticing the speed now increasing even more. In the moments following, entering, finally breaching the Omnisphere, all of you make another perception check. Kellen, yours will be at disadvantage
No,
this
it's not
time.
gonna be good then.
You guys ready for it? Oh,
That
I
wasn't
thought it was gonna be
terrible.
a 6 again.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, 12 with disadvantage.
Oh,
You did better. You did better than me, and
Marius, maybe you're just shielding your eyes. Maybe you braced yourself. You're kind of hunkering down. Everyone else can see. Exiting the portal, entering the Omnisphere proper, you would no longer see the shimmering, beautiful pastel rainbows of the Astral Sea. You'd be back in the glittering blackness that is wild space. But in addition, in your immediate surroundings, the area would be littered with huge, massive floating asteroids as they gently churn in space. Some of the smaller ones. The larger asteroids almost seem affixed in place by their own gravity. You all immediately can tell, even Marius, after the split second, that you have entered a heavy, heavy asteroid belt. The first sign being a heavy boom thud on the right side of the ship as it makes contact on the underside with a massive rock that skins off of it. You can hear this rock on metal scrape across the bottom. Kellen, you're tossed around just a little bit more as you take 2 more points of damage as you were trying to brace yourself and get flung backwards as the ship hits it on its bottom. Boom, flying forward, another heavy thud on the left. Boom, all of you seeing it. I need another strength or dex save from each of you. DC on this one is going to be 11. 22.
Oh,
Kellen's
time.
at the ready. Oh, Brett, sweet angel.
Mm.
He's like, Kellen, are you? Ah!
No, Brett, no!
Oh, everyone but our sweet Brett.
Oh,
So for
no.
placement, are all of you up on upper deck still, or would you all be kind of throughout the ship?
Kellen is on upper deck.
That's a good point.
Probably throughout the ship somewhere.
I mean, feel free to place your token wherever you would be, just for prosperity's sake, so I know where you guys could get flung around.
I think that
I-
totally works for me, Kellen, because I imagine that like he fell down a flight of stairs because he was looking down at you like from where you fell, and then he falls like right after you.
I like to think Gale and Aelody were practicing some spell work in the
I'm
training
sure.
area.
So like, wait, what time of day is it?
This would be kind of close to sleeping hours for you guys. Some of you are maybe like preparing for bed when you kind of like got the initial call of like, here's the Omnisphere, everybody. So like you could have been in the midst of that. Maybe you're hanging out. Maybe you guys knew this was coming, so you guys were staying up intentionally. Yeah, again, we kind of blew through the 30 days. So however you guys wanted to prep for this, I'm not going to penalize you.
Me and Aelody didn't get a chance to do our spell work until bedtime. I was like, no, we need to at least do like 30 minutes. And then this
That's
happened.
I guess he'd want to see it. He'd be up top.
Beautiful, beautiful. As cocoon, the dragonfly crashes into a large asteroid, not large enough for its own gravitational pull. As it makes contact, the asteroid spins off to the left, crashing into another larger asteroid, almost like it was pulled in by its gravity. Brett, after that heavy crash, you are thrown back, probably landing pretty close towards Kellen up on this upper deck, as you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Ship careening on. Captain Casper's calling out. This time it's like the voices emanating from the entirety of the ship. Everyone brace yourselves! Another heavy thud from the front. The ship barely managing to peel up in time to keep in motion and not a dead crash. I need everyone to make another dex or strength saving throw with advantage, since you guys had a split second of a heads up from the captain.
Yeah, go Brett.
Hey.
Yeah, go Gale.
Yeah, go Gale.
No.
I only get a +1 to my dex though.
Yeah, go Marius.
Thank you. 17.
Still great. 17 and higher. All of you having this moment of probably those on the upper deck seeing it, as well as the call out as this massive asteroid. Just you barely pull up in time. Those of you with a fairly high passive perception can maybe almost feel the slight drag that's created as this massive asteroid has its own gravity, it feels like, as there's a slight motion for the ship to get like almost like a pullback, but passing through it at its great speed, but reducing it just a little bit. No one taking any damage.
Maybe with my natural 20 in that moment, Aelody like almost got thrown forward, but I had like grabbed her and then like blown some air to like stop us. Like,
oh yeah, hell
Nice.
yeah. You're a superhero. All of you guys are superheroes. Rather in a comic book or an anime, we're still figuring that out.
It's a webtoon.
It's a webtoon. That's right. That's right.
it's mixed media. We've got our fingers in a couple pots.
The ship continuing on through this asteroid belt. Those on the upper deck, and probably Gale and Aelody in the training area, there is like this window where you could see out, just flying by the window, massive rocks and asteroids. Again, some of them churning in their own place. Some of them seem affixed, like they are stuck and static in this spot. Captain Casper begins some fairly evasive maneuvers, begins dodging a few of these asteroids. I need everyone to make another dex or strength saving throw with advantage as you guys pass the last one, everyone bracing themselves. No more contact at this point, but just hard left and right movements from the Dragonfly ship.
Jesus Christ. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't say that. What god? I don't know.
Saloon!
What would be the saloon?
What in the saloon?
Saloon? Why? Ooh, 10.
Switch it up for this last one. It's be wild.
What have
What have I
done?
done?
Ooh,
I go, Brett.
Ooh,
hey.
the DC on this. Oh, Brett. God, it's 2 nat 20s in a
Yeah.
row for Brett.
I'm
That's
not
insane.
Just killing
Drag.
it.
That is insane.
Catch me, Brett.
Marius, you get
My
rocketed
bad.
back as the ship goes with a hard downturn. Its nose just completely ducking down to avoid a series of small asteroids that litter the area the dragonfly was about to pass through. You rocket forward, slam into the railing before it arcs back up to go on the other side, and you begin to tumble backwards. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
I'm fine. Everything's fine. Simple head wound.
The ship beginning to press on. One more tap on that bottom left side as the ship begins to fully slow down. You think Captain Casper maybe did this particular hit strategically. The ship was moving so fast. All of you knowing at this point, like just a dead stop at these speeds is near impossible. Captain Casper hitting onto one of the larger asteroids nearby, scraping across it and then breaking off, trying to reduce the speed. All of you make one more dex or strength saving throw. This one will be flat because this is a heavy hit and a heavy skid to try to reduce speed significantly.
Dedicated to change. Oh, he's and I.
Another 10.
Come on, another nat 20, Brett.
You get another nat 20, it's insane.
That'd be crazy.
That would be wild.
Waste them all on the boat.
Sorry, yeah, roommate came home, so I kicked myself out of the living room for more privacy. So he's been getting these nat 20s while I'm like scrambling around trying to like move things from room to room. Just a flat one? Okay.
Yeah, flat dex or strength saving throw on this one. Ooh.
You threw off my groove.
Get off the groove.
The DC on this one was a 12. It's a
Yeah, I figured
heavy
it was going to be
impact.
harder.
An extended brace as this thing skids across this asteroid surface and drifts off, still with a little bit of speed, greatly reduced. Everyone besides Kellen, you are tumbled
tentacles.
back. You all take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
What are these
all-
low rolls?
It's just
scary.
D4s.
I'm gonna nickel and dime us to death.
He's getting bopped around.
That's what he's into.
We're going to do this for 2 more hours, folks.
Playing
I'll
with the
buckle
spoon.
up.
We like to be crazy.
Ugh.
You got jumped by space.
And after that heavy impact, long drawn out skid across this large asteroid, it's fixed in place because of even this heavy momentum. It itself even begins to turn and move as the ship propels off. You can see that 1 or 2 of the wings seem a little bit damaged. You can actually begin to hear some like almost like gnarly whistling noises, like as there's probably some gnarly damage to the underside and probably left side of the ship. And after this brief moment, probably avoiding 1 or 2 more asteroids in the next 200, 300 foot span, coming to a very light glide, the dragonfly would finally not be moving at breakneck paces as it's drifting through this massive asteroid belt you guys find yourself in. Above you, below you, left and right, it's just littered with rock. What would our group like to do in the brief moments after this? Probably hearing Captain Casper, is everyone okay? Is everyone all right?
I mean, I think we're doing okay.
Should
probably get down under deck. Right. Get off of up here. I don't want to go flinging off. Alright, guys, let's go.
Fuck.
Finish
Gale comes out of the
yourselves.
training room. Oh my god. Do you guys hear that sound? That doesn't sound
No,
good.
it's a bunch of asteroids.
No, I mean like that weird whistle or that wee. You know
that one's probably died out. Once speed is reduced, that one's gone down.
Okay.
But as you guys get like inside and maybe even check the lower spaces, yeah, there's some damage. Like some of them like ripped up part of the floor. Like this thing got hit. You can only imagine what happened to the legs. You saw there was some damage to the wings as well. Like that was bad. Ship takes 24 points of damage.
Hey, at least we carried over another one of those ones.
Did I give one of you guys access to the ship sheet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like Chad had it.
Go ahead and take off 24 points. And that's after the threshold.
Okay.
After the threshold.
Yeah, ships have like a threshold. So like if they take like this one has a 15 damage, so if it took 16 damage, it would only take 1 because it's threshold. Ship slowly drifting. All of you going back inside? Anyone stand up on the upper deck?
I'll probably hang out for a little bit. Now that we're through the craziness.
Yeah, are we for sure like out of that?
Maybe.
Captain Casper calling out. You can never really be sure, but as far as flying at an asteroid belt at lightning speeds, that threat has been ended.
Cool.
Okay.
Brett will help Kellen get down the stairs and maybe offer him a
Still
healing
not
word.
taking any chances.
Cure wounds or something.
He'll take one
That a
for
yes?
sure. But he's going under. Yeah, he's going
I'll
under.
help you out.
Not taking no chances with no asteroids.
Coward.
Crazy person.
I mean, if we travel at a slow enough speed, I mean, obviously you should be able to avoid them. But do you think maybe we could like defend ourselves, try to push them away or something?
Captain Casper probably again calling out through the floors, not quite so aggressive from the whole ship. I mean, some of the asteroids, I'm sure we could. I mean, at this point, we're gonna have to travel as gingerly as we can through this, at least till we get out of the worst of it. This is a very dense area, and all of you would have been able to tell that. I mean, yeah, this area is littered with varying sizes of asteroids, rock, and debris.
Okay, all right. Gail's gonna follow to where Kellen went. Go. Hey, you. Pointing at Kellen.
You always say things so cute.
We're gonna stand on the top of that ship, and you're gonna push rocks away if they come at us.
I don't want to do that, Gil. Sounds like a terrible idea.
I'm sorry, Mr. Seed, but you need to grow.
What?
And to do that, you need to use
What
that
does it
power.
mean?
So up. Come on. Come on. She walks over, starts like picking it. Come on.
Brett's like, I don't know what you mean by seed, but I do think pushing the rocks away is like a good idea.
Boom. See? All right. Come on,
I
Seed.
don't know if anybody
Let's
saw
go.
the size of those asteroids, but they look pretty fucking big.
Simultaneously, as you guys are having these discussions inside what would kind of be like the lunch hall, the mess room, A-Lady would probably make her way up to the top deck, just like observing some of the damage and looking around. Mary is probably hearing her like shut the latch and just like holy shit. Marius, give me a perception check. I'll give you advantage since A-Lady's here. You guys probably make eye contact. You're probably looking around the space, looking at the space littered with asteroids.
22.
A 22.
Nice.
It's been a couple of minutes maybe since everyone's gone below deck. Aelidy's come back up. She's been up here for maybe 30, 45 seconds, just like looking around with you. You notice that the Dragonfly ship, again, drifting fairly slowly, would be coming through what looks like two fairly large asteroids. One maybe 150 feet in length. The other one maybe 30-ish or so. Feeling the ship begin to drift just a little bit to essentially pass between the two of these, keeping its space just a little bit from the 150-foot one. Passing by the smaller of the two. As you're sort of standing here, the ship gliding very gracefully past these boulders, these asteroids, there would be what looks like a 30, 40-foot length of glittering rope shoot out from one of the asteroids, propel itself over, and latch on the front of the ship before a secondary rope, a third, all on this a split second. 1, 2, 3 ropes, not ropes. These are webs.
Oh.
As you look over, the smaller, again, maybe 30, 35-foot asteroid would begin to propel itself. These webs pulling it towards the ship before it careens into the side of the ship. In the brief moment as the ship is staggered, all of you below deck can feel this huge jostling. Those inside the ship, you can probably hear a faint cry, maybe like a shout of pain from Captain Casper down at the bridge.
Oh God. I didn't even think about that. He's connected to the ship. Oh shit.
And
Row up.
Marius, you and Aelidy above deck, smashed by this asteroid that used these webs to attach itself onto the ship, pull it to crash into the side, holding it in place. You see a leg, 2, 3 more.
Thank you, Occupado.
Its insides begin to almost open up. You see this strange spider-like arachnid rock creature. Massively huge, 35, 40 feet. This thing is ginormous. It is impossibly big. Before you have a second to react, a huge claw comes up, crashes into the side of the ship. All of you feeling this jostle. The spider's head crashing into the ship as well. All of you having this momentary, what the fuck is happening? Aelidy and Marius would immediately see this, taking in this horrible sight above deck. As I need you guys to roll for initiative.
But the Kindori!
No! No! Why spiders? Ah!
We were blessed! What do you mean?
Remember, guys, we're in their home. Okay. I gotta die to be here. Take Aelidy.
This is why people teleport here,
whatever
huh?
you want to eat.
Who wants to pilot Aelidy for me? Does anyone want to take that?
I can do it.
Yeah? Do you have access to her?
Let me see.
Check for me, my lord.
Storm guy, do not. I just have bio info.
Alright, I just gave you access to her.
There's the beats.
Oh, I go before Marius.
Oh, you think you're so clever with your higher dexterity.
By 1. I thought you had like a 2 or something. I didn't realize yours was a 0.
Yeah, I when we were doing this dex athletic checks, I was like, oh boy. I am a weak boy.
Alright, let me get y'all organized up here.
That's right.
let me get the monster on the board. That would probably be smart.
Pass.
No,
Pass. No, thank you.
no, no, thank you.
With another bang, Gale just screaming, "I told you we should have gone, Colin!"
Oh my god, I
Uh,
finally see it. It's horrible.
Oh wait, this one.
Cute in the right light. Squint.
It's in the dark.
With no light at all, it's adorable.
Okay. It was supposed to have advantage, but 19. All right, is everyone right in the turn order? Did I mess anything up? Because Maris, you would go after because you're. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think it
okay.
looks good.
Mhm. Correct.
All right. So, this bad boy, the ship is covered in some web. I would say that Marius and Aelity being above deck, you can almost immediately tell that this web that has sort of wrapped itself around the ship, this strange asteroid spider used to pull itself and crash into the ship. It has like a glitter to it. There's magic to it. As soon as you're having that thought, you notice that the arcane thrum that constantly comes from the Dragonfly ship, from any Spelljammer, that is gone. The ship is inert right now.
Oh,
And the asteroid spider. Oh wait, it did crash in. So let me do that first.
and all of these webs came from the same big like it wasn't. For some reason, I thought they were coming from different asteroids, but
No, it was all from this one. Oh my god.
Geo.
So
Oh,
that is
no.
not before the threshold. So that's 30 points of damage to the ship from the initial boom crash.
Holy fuck.
And
a
it's
lot.
going to take two. It's going to take 2 attacks with its bite on the ship.
It rolled a 19. I didn't even notice that.
Kellen, did you take the health
How much
I
health
gave
did you
you?
give me?
By the way,
Okay.
it was
Wait.
8. I rolled an 8.
Did it roll with advantage, or are there 2?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I meant to
rolled
roll with
advantage.
advantage.
Oh, okay, I just make sure because I thought I
Yeah, it
heard
was
2
my bad.
asteroids at one point. I was like, oh no.
No, it was
We're gonna
3
die.
strands. Again, the site was alien because it was an asteroid from all sight that
Mhm.
shot webs, pulled itself to the ship, crashed in, and then almost like a crustacean revealed itself to be this arachnid giant rock creature. But it's gonna take some swings on the ship. These first ones will be advantage. 24 will hit ship.
And D4 shit.
Oh, fuck
Uh,
this
oh
thing,
God.
dude.
17 points of damage to the ship.
Can I silvery barbs that one?
Sure. You can silvery barbs this one. We'll make it roll again. It just rolls once? Or does it just roll? Okay.
It just says re-roll the attack, so I guess it would. Or no, it's disadvantage. It'll just be flat.
16.
Ooh,
What's the ship's AC?
19.
19.
Oh.
Let's go.
It
The
says
first
metal.
bite. Smash into the side. It looks like it dents in heavy. No real damage besides superficial. As it rears up, it's going to go for another with its multi-attack. One with advantage. 21 will hit.
Oh yeah.
Takes
Okay, well, less
14?
acid damage. So
Takes 14
And then-
points of damage.
I'll give Aelity the advantage.
the advantage.
Yeah. So,
Ooh, smart. Smart. Good call.
since I have to see
Uh,
them.
So it uses its action for a bop. After it sort of crashes in a few times, fully exposes its arachnid body. You can see that crawling off of it seems to be a couple of
No.
smaller would be a very generous word to give these. They're essentially like, imagine like a Reese's cup, like a little mini Reese's cup sized little rock spiders begin pooling out from this thing's interior. This elder mother asteroid spider.
Yeah.
Get up here.
Oh.
lets off a few of these swarms. Oh no! I thought
Throw
they had
the-
token.
Nope,
Oh,
burn
no.
the ship. Burn the ship. We're done.
on fire.
Let me find a spider token. That was my bad. I thought I had
Where's Houdini when you need him?
Yeah, right.
it.
Needs to be
Little cleansing.
cleansed.
Land.
Here, we'll use this guy. And these are swarms. So it's essentially like a 5-foot space that is just a swarm of these, again, like mini Reese's cup sized little rock spider guys. We'll put, who wants to roll me a d4? Someone roll me a d4.
I'll do it.
Roll me a d4, Gale. See how many of these swarms pop off.
God.
Ooh, let's see, 3 of these swarms crawl off. All 3 swarms are immediately going for the ship. They are
What
trying
is
to get into
happening?
the interior. So these 3 on this one. We'll just see how much damage they do collectively. 14 will not hit from swarm 1. Swarm 2, not. And then top swarm.
Oh, thank
Also not hit. The metal exterior doing work as these swarms of small asteroid spiders like glitter, that's not a word, skitter across the surface of the metal ship, hearing that like almost like pebbles. They're just like moving across the ship independently. Kind of strange noise, probably. That'll be it for asteroid spiders as they all just start going crazy as they are attempting to feast on something. We'll go to Kellen.
Kellen will jump up on the table. 5. And jump off of the table. Push Gale out of the way of the door. Get out of the way, Gale. I gotta go save Marius and Aelade. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then he will.
Oh, no. It's the that goes down. Yeah, that goes down to the
Oh, okay.
to the control room.
5,
Yeah.
10.
You want to
Oh,
go up to
no.
this little block, and then
You
that
just
leads
burnt
you
all
up.
that movement.
Then
He would know which way to go.
Yeah,
He was
not-
panicked.
three.
Plus,
That's
it's hard to see through
30
that.
feet of movement, and then he'll use his action to dash. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, and then can he use the 10 feet of movement to get up the hatch?
Yes, sir. And he'll be like standing outside the hatch on
Oh
the
my
upper
fucking
deck.
god, it's horrible! Oh my god,
Throw
it has
me into my
babies!
face.
I
Kill all
think
of
that's all Kellen can do right now. Yep.
All right. All right.
Came up here just in time to watch me die.
We will go back to the interior. We will see Gale after Kellen boom, rushed out past her to get to the upper deck.
She's gonna and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can literally get right here. I think she's actually could get right here. Make sure she's out of the way of Brett while she casts Mage Armor on herself.
Ooh, very smart. Very smart.
Thought about using my like dash, but I was like, no, she's gonna armor up first. Just make sure that door stays open for Brett so that he can climb out first, because I'm sure he'll be able to get out.
We'll zoom past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
All right.
fix my
A little bit of
AC.
movement, action. Any bonus actions for Gale?
Oh, wait. So I'm casting a spell. I don't know how high this is. maybe she could like if she could get right there, she could like jump up and like be right out of there
Yeah, I'll
with
let
the
you do that.
tempestuous magic.
Yeah, about 10-ish feet. Cause it's like 10, 11, 12 feet, whatever, to climb out. But yeah, you can be up there and standing like out there with Kellen, seeing the
Hey,
awful sight of this rock arachnid creature just eviscerating the ship with these little rock spider babies trying to do the same thing but failing.
oh, whoa, God, it's hideous. That's my turn.
Right. We'll cut from Gale here on the upper deck to Marius staring down some of these swarms that are fairly close to him and the giant asteroid spider that's just attempting to maul the ship.
I don't feel good. Uh, hmm. Yeah, okay, we'll do it. All right, so I'm going to use my radiance. Oh, yeah. Sprout some wings, go all ethereal, and then I will quicken spell my summon thing.
Stabby!
Ooh, nice.
Stabby!
I will pull out Stabby.
Get him,
And
Stabby.
he'll kind of be close to where he can attack the spider. And that's action bonus. That's my bit. If I move, this one can attack me, right?
It could, yeah.
Let's risk it. And I'll fly like just like a foot or two off the deck, and then I'll go back like 15.
Hell yeah. Swarm's gonna try to come out and bop you with some bites.
Oh!
About my bits, oh, of course.
Natural 20.
Oh no.
Bite me.
Oh!
Damn it.
Ooh, that's going to be
30.
20, 30 points of damage. Piercing and acid.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Just building up their false confidence.
Manage to fly back a couple of feet, safe distance.
It was not worth it. Sorry. Don't let me die. I gotta open up his little character sheet. And then half of the spell, so you need that. So he'll kind of fuming. Let's see. And he'll do but he'll use his bonus action to face step just behind the swarm. And then because post all of it. And then he's fuming, so he gets advantage. But he has one attack. He'll attack the big spider thing.
Get him.
A 19.
19 will hit.
14 damage.
14 damage. Smashing into this thing. It seems to hit true. This thing pays almost no attention to Stabby, but as far as you and Stabby can tell, I mean, everything was done to it.
You did a great job, buddy. Despite the non-reaction. And then W's turn. And then for Aelity, I'll do a level 4 spiritual weapon.
Ooh.
I don't know if there's a token for that.
Let me get a sword or something out here for you. controlled by Marius. There you are, sir. You should be able to control it.
And then that attacks, right?
Yeah, on that same
You
action, I
cast
do
a
believe so.
spell. Yeah. Cool. I'll have it spawn next to the big spider monster. And
Shadowy sword appears.
a 28, or yeah, 20, right? That
It's
hit?
yeah, natural
Oh.
20. That hits.
And then it's an extra D8. 'Cause it's a level 4.
So that's 4d8.
I wonder if this will do it. Cast it with level 4. Is that built in there correctly?
Yeah, it's an extra 2d8 when you do it. Though.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man,
Looks
that's
good.
insane.
Okay. 10, 30 damage.
Damn. So yeah, 30 more damage.
You got 30 damage dealt, you deal 30 more damage.
And then that would use the that would have burnt the silvery barbs, right? Because it's next attack.
I mean, yes.
Okay, just to make sure. Take
Wait,
that
what?
off. They had the advantage from silvery parts. I was just making sure I actually burnt it.
Yeah.
I thought you gave it to
yeah.
Aelity.
It's
That
Aelidy's
was
turn.
Aelity. He's piloting Aelity for this fight.
Right.
Sorry.
I
thought it's a lot. And then Aelity will Eldritch Blast the green one and then the blue one. If they're visible.
Yeah.
Green
They're
one?
like it's a big mass, so you can definitely see a piece
Okay.
of it. 17 will hit.
So 13 to that one.
Crack. Big hit.
And then we'll throw to the blue one. 13?
13 will hit.
11 necrotic.
Nice. 2 good shots to 2 different swarms.
And then she'll just like slide down out of the way of the stairs for everybody else. And that's it. That's the bits.
Solid turn. We're gonna go to Brett.
So let's see. I think Brett's base movement speed is now 40 feet. So looking at it would be 10, 15, 30, plus another 10, right? That gets him to this. Is he able to get up in that same turn?
How many feet was that? Sorry, I was looking at something.
It was exactly 40 to the square.
Oh yeah, so you can get to the square. It takes about 10-ish feet to get up that and be standing up on the upper deck.
Well, trying to think if there's anything else that's a better use of his action from down there. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't really think of much.
Any prep, I guess. Any while you're in the safety of the interior.
Right, like he could do mobile or something, but yeah, that's concentration.
You don't have something that like gives you more movement speed, do you?
Yeah, he does, but I don't know if I don't think he's gonna use that. We'll have him just like use his action to dash so he can get up.
Hell yeah.
So that's 40, and then getting up to here, that's 10. So he has 30 more left in the stash. Once he gets up here, I had some questions. Like, are these do these swarms count as like one creature for the purpose of spells, or?
Yeah, it's one entity. It is one swarm. So while it's comprised of a lot of different things, it takes up its 5-foot space. As you kill them, the swarm thins out, which may be good, bad, you don't know. But there is less of them every time you attack them and do damage.
Okay. He's got, I said 30 feet. Let's see. 15. I think I'll have him get like right here. Put him here, I think. And then bonus action. Let's see. I'll have him. I'll have him do a bardic inspiration for let's say
For the asteroid spider, obviously.
for Gale.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, get some
Um,
inspo, some fire bracers.
Wah. There's little embers swirling around me now with my wind.
And then yeah, he'll have his swords out, ready to take on this horrific thing. He probably came out like, "Oh my god!"
At the bottom of initiative, Glenn probably has been like trying to help Casper, unable to, hearing everything. She's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She starts climbing up the ladder, unable to fully get up this turn. It's probably Gale and Kellen. You guys can look down, and beginning to climb up the ladder is Glenn with like this terrible, worried look on her face, like probably already sweating, her like silvery hair like sticking to her like usually immaculate face, and she's like climbing up the ladder. And that will be the asteroid spider's turn. Big Mama asteroid spider, the elder. It's gonna keep laying into this ship. It's gonna just try to smash. It's gonna go bite.
Stop.
26. Ooh, God, it's gonna be 18 points of damage after the threshold. And it's going to rear for another one. 23.
Okay, silvery barbs.
Yeah, you can silvery barbs it.
Silvery barbs.
Earn that reaction. I will one more again. A 30.
Oh no!
Can I
What?
roll? Can I do silvery barbs?
Wait. Oh yeah, you reroll. Never mind. Fine.
Oh, I must use the lower roll. Okay. So I would still take the 23. Okay.
But then I realized it's not like we went to a 20 or anything. So, but so we're fine. And then I'll give Brett the. I lied. I'll give Kellen the advantage
Wow.
Ooh.
on the
Okay.
attack. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, for some reason, I always feel like
Should've bardic
silvery barbs
inspiration
is
me.
just use the next roll, but I guess that's just because that's how my magical guidance works.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay, so what's the damage?
Brett, did you want to try to silvery barbs it as well,
let's see.
Brett?
I mean, how rough is the ship looking?
It's a little over half. So
That's right.
it's
Yeah,
115 out of 200.
I'll try it.
14.
He didn't get to do
Alright.
anything very helpful this turn.
Drop
Might
that
as well
spell
burn your
slot.
reaction.
Burn that reaction. We'll go for one more swing from our asteroid spider elder.
Low roll. God damn.
28. So we will stick with our 23.
Plus 13. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's insane.
Hey.
This thing was built to fuck up ships.
7.
7. Takes 7 points of damage.
Ship killer.
And those of you up front would begin to see the asteroid spider begin to get upset, frustrated, as it's just like trying to make purchase for like an actual like bite, and it's just ripping into like metal and wood and beginning to like get to the interior at this point.
It's just hungry.
It is getting very pissed off.
I'll feed it.
Swarms.
Feed it what?
Something you cooked today.
The ones that were bopped, blue swarm, it's going to move towards Stabby. Green swarm, it was bopped. It's going to go 5, 10, 15.
Not Mary.
I guess it was hit by, yeah, it'll move towards Aelity.
Yeah, it was Aelity.
So it'll, you hear them skitter across the wooden upper deck. We'll start with red, because red, still sort of unaffected, it's going to try to find purchase on the ship again. Normal. 14 will miss. You can hear them. They're almost like smashing their heads into it, trying to make purchase, hearing the scratching of rock on metal. Nothing happening. The blue one's going to turn to Stabby. What's its health? Oh, nice. So it is still good. Boy, 6.
Misses.
They're just babies. The
Trying
green
to attack
one.
my baby. I'll kill him.
The green one is below half health, so it's going to take a bite at Aelity. 16.
Yes.
Fuck off.
How dare
Only
you?
6 damage as it kind of swarms around her feet, and they're like biting into her ankles and thighs as she's trying to kick them off, just shouting, "What the fuck?"
Don't move, I'll Eldritch Blast him. Tuck your toes.
That'll be it for the spiders. We will go to Kellen.
Kellen will move back his 30 feet, take a look at the spider, and be like, ah! And then start moving back, and the tentacles do their instinctual thing, and grab his bow and an arrow out, and he gets it knocked, and he lets off a shot with advantage, sharpshooter, at the spider's face, because that looks like a squishy point, and the rest of it looks like it's really hard.
You already had advantage. I don't know if that changes.
No, I knew that you gave me advantage, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he
Oh,
got it.
I see. My bad.
Yeah, he was just saying it. It sounded like he was doing something
like
for
doing
the
something.
advantage. Yeah, I kind of was with you, Chad, but
Because I'm used to doing the steady aim. That's why.
yeah, sharpshooter with steady aim. That makes sense.
A 7 will
Oh.
miss.
Oh,
Gave it to
2
Brett.
low rolls.
I'll take
Your
a
shot
second
going
shot.
wide.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh,
Both of your shots going wide on this thing as the ship is sitting still, but probably being rocked around each time this thing is just bashing its head, trying to bite into flesh.
You've been
it's
training,
looking for
Kellen.
you,
What
Gus.
is your problem?
You trained earlier today and you're just like wiped.
He never thought to train against a million tiny enemies.
You fool.
Anything else for Mr. Kellen? It's our action.
As a bonus action, you just tell me if this is even remotely at all possible. But the tentacles are able to hold up to like, I think, 10 pounds. And so as a bonus action, would the tentacles be able to reach into the quiver and pull out a flask of oil and try to huck it at the spider?
I mean, I'd let you pull it out, but that would be I'd call it probably full action to throw
Then
something
that
like
will be
that on it.
Kellen's turn.
Okay. Go from Kellen to Gale.
oh god. Mary's got pretty fucked up though, right?
Yeah.
She's a little worried about that. But also this fucking thing. Again. Yeah, she's gonna let off a healing word at second level towards Marius as she quickly flicks a little circle in front of her face as it like starts off like sky blue, but then quickly like turns green as she finishes it and like speaks the words into it about like sewing flesh and mending bone. And then the healing magic hits you.
If I remember correctly, I'm gonna check, but doesn't my bardic inspiration can't be used to increase a health thing like
I
this?
think
Yeah.
so. I think
Yeah.
so.
I looked over it. What do I get? A D8 or?
It would be my bardic inspiration, which is a D8.
Okay. There you go.
Nice. There we go. Bring it up to a
Let me
solid
take
12
off
healing. That's almost half of
second.
what you took. That's pretty good.
And then she's gonna face this fucking asshole.
This thing's like 35 feet. This massive rock spider. It's like underbelly and like parts of it is flesh, while it has this again like almost crustacean rock shell and armaments on
Yeah.
parts of it. It's gnarly.
She's gonna let off a ray of frost.
Get it.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, an 11.
Big 11.
You probably like brush its like rock exterior, seeing a little bit of frost form, but nothing.
Shit. I guess she'll kick for fun. She'll kick this little latch closed. Oh wait, no. Gwen's coming up. Never mind. She
I was
looks
gonna
down
let- I
and
was gonna
she
let you
almost
do
does
it.
it.
Fuck you, Gwen.
Nope. She
Stand on
looks
top
down
of it.
and almost does it. It's like, oh wait, one more. That'll be Gale's turn.
Solid turn. We're gonna cut to Marius hovering like about 10-ish feet above the deck.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Almost
take.
shut Gwen out.
No, that's my concentration. Yeah, I'm gonna just Eldritch Blast the blue one for my first one.
Glenn.
What is going on
a
with
10
these
will
rolls?
miss.
And then I'll go
Oh,
for a second
no.
attack against
Oh
the
my
blue one.
god!
Oh no!
A natural one. Shots going wide into space.
After the first monsters we fought, I thought we were done. I didn't know. And then I just forgot to check if this is a bonus action. It is. If it's one creature I can see, does that mean me or does that mean somebody else?
Anyone. It could be anyone. Because you could see yourself for just about anyone here. You could probably also see Stabby. Maybe you're 10 feet up, so you got a good angle since he's kind of standing on that curved side.
I think I'll do. Then yeah, I'll just dispense 2d6. Oh, whoops, that's how I hit 2. I get 5. I'll take what I can get. I'm not a proud man.
Yeah, it's a good bonus action, man. That's no spells healing. That's good shit.
And then I will have Stabby attack the big monster again.
Get them, stabbers.
I'll have Misty Step first. So I'll just milk that. And attack with advantage. 23.
23 will hit. This dude hasn't rolled below a
Yay!
20.
That's why he's
He
He's our
stabbing.
He
savior.
was summoned for violence. 14 damage.
Nice. Cutting a big cut into this thing, sort of fleshy leg. It's still not even really paying attention. guys are like flies to it. It's so giant.
Stabby's his own world. He thinks he's doing great. So
It's just a
God's
great
word.
POV, tiny little stabby just poofing around, stabbing the giant spider's legs. It's amazing.
And then for Ailey, I mean, it's turn.
Solid turn for Marius. Go over to Ailey.
I'm sorry, she did take damage. What would be the con save for that?
DC 10, since I think it was only 6 damage.
I assume it's spiritual weapons concentration, right?
It is not, actually.
Oh, then I'm a liar. Ooh.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
1
that's why
hour
it's
and
awesome.
that baby's up.
Time to be alive. Do you need close range? Who are you? I wasn't ready for these things to come at me for some reason. I was like the only one here. Oh, you know what? Let me make sure I can do this and then I'm ready. Let's see. Okay, so then I will move the spiritual weapon and I'll have it attack this green swarm. $27.
Oh, yeah, 27 will hit.
2 spots, and then it has 4. God, we're slightly different warlocks. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yay! So 18 damage.
You can see this shadowy, smoky blade do a couple of precise swings and finish off the last bits of the swarm.
Nice.
Hooray!
And I guess Eldritch Blast the blue one. $10.
Oh, 10 will miss.
And Eldritch Blast the red one.
A 20 will hit.
15.
Let's go. Big hit with the first
Nice.
shot. Making these things like stop from their attempts to, bite into the ship, and now like looking over and you see them begin to churn, likely beginning to move towards you guys or a nearby enemy next turn.
P.S.
Solid damage.
And that is it. Yep, that's it. We're good.
Solid turn.
Ailey got hit too, right? How's she looking?
She's fine. She took 6 damage.
Okay.
72 health.
All right. Last player of the round. We're going to go to Mr. Brett Hopman.
So you said these guys are made of stone, right?
Yep.
Brett's gonna be like, nice one, Elodie, because he was like kind of worried about that swarm that was bothering her and Marius. A little too close for comfort. And then he's gonna throw out a shatter at level 4.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Right here.
What's
Which
the radius?
they have, it's a 10-foot sphere.
Okay, cool. So you
So I'm
could
definitely prioritizing the
evade
big guy.
Stabby as well.
Excellent.
Yeah, see that was my
Yeah.
one. I thought about a shatter too, but I was like, but Stabby's so close. I don't know.
Oh, sorry, Stabby. You come back later.
Then again, like I have careful spell, but it only auto saves him, so he'd still take half if I hit him.
They can
So
hear
they'll
you.
have disadvantage on this saving throw.
Beautiful.
So
Con
it'll be
save.
5d8.
What's is the DC 14? Is that right?
It should be 15 if it's according to my
15.
spell thing.
Cool. Yep, as long as your sheet says 15 at the top, I am
It
Gucci
does. I'm
with
not sure what that's about.
We'll start with the Elder, the big boy. Con disadvantage. Ooh, it's got a good, beautiful, sexy con.
No.
Disadvantage.
Oh
15.
Ah, you missed.
my!
Let's go.
Hey, you spider asshole.
That's a
We
plus
Hey,
9 to its
hey,
con
hey.
saving throw. That's fucking crazy.
we can't silvery barbs it. No, don't. It's
You
got
guys
an
are
insane.
monsters.
Yeah, don't.
Silvery barb fanatics.
We did that one time.
So,
For all my spells doing that.
I mean, it's effective. It's a strong ass spell for a reason. So this one will be for blue. Not a great con for the babies. Disadvantage. Phew, that's going to be full. This will be for red.
Oh, did you like max level cast this, Brett?
Yes, I did.
Oh, both of them will fail. As you let out the shatter, yours being a bit more red and orange flavored as it pulses in the area. Blah. Let me see. Chad,
Yeah.
on the ship sheet, is there anything about a deck save or con saves?
Oh
I think it
no.
just fails, right? Because it's inert. It's not even online.
That's okay. It would only be 4
Yeah.
points of damage.
It would just
Yeah.
take whatever it is. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, but it has the damage threshold, so it takes 4. Nothing. That's not bad at all. For in return, you could see the other 2 remaining small swarms of these baby asteroid spiders pop and burst into tiny rocks, some of them popping so hard that they fly off the reach of the ship and just begin to sort of float adrift 30, 40 feet away. This series of explosions as these 2 swarms are eliminated.
Hey.
Our
Yeah.
big boy, you see part of its exterior sort of crack in on that side where the spell was let off. It's extremely healthy, but it's starting to look at you guys. You killed all of its babies.
How about don't? Can I see?
Okay.
I mean, was that really all of its babies?
Shh.
Shut your mouth.
I have a
Shut
few.
your mouth.
Do not. Where are
Why'd
those
you even
tethers
say
that you talked about?
There is one that's kind of wrapped around the front, one that's sort of loosely wrapped around this like middle area, like it's sort of like latched around and it like added to it. And then there's one kind of like along the back side, like mainly just like spider webbed, like Spider-Man. That one's not really like webbed around like the front 2.
Hmm.
And they're all sort of latched on.
Well, I used my action, but I guess I'll use my movement to get to this tether over here.
Easy. Yep. The one on the front is probably the boldest of them all. As you sort of get closer, you can see it's thoroughly wrapped around, this being the first one that sort of first begin all of this, the other 2 being additional, just extra pulling power for it, basically.
And then I guess I'll yell at the big scary spider so it doesn't look at my friends because I'm a brave boy.
Let's protect.
I love it. I love it. You're just shouting incoherently.
And I still have a bonus action, so I'll give that to Marius. Yeah. Or sorry, like a bardic inspiration.
You know.
Bits.
You know. What Brett do in between shouting at the spider.
Hell
I
yeah.
feel Marius, you're gonna kill it up there, but I feel
That is your inspiration, yelling at the spider.
I really want to hurt that spider for Brett.
Yep.
Closing out the round, going up 5 more feet, leaving her 30 feet of movement. Glenn comes up to the upper deck, looks at this horrible sight and all the damage it's done. By the gods! Oh, fuck. Do I go in there? Holy shit. She's just sort of like stun locked, moves up a couple of steps, more for like defensive than like engaging. She has her blade at the ready. She's a little stunned on it. We've got an asteroid spider. Asteroid spider is going to
I hate
use another bite. It's going to go for one of the wings. It's sort of like frustrated at going at the center of this thing, thinking maybe it can get a purchase on the wing. It's going to go for one
Oh
there.
my goodness.
31.
Not our
Does
wing.
this mean I could technically talk to it?
You can speak.
I don't know if I want to, but
I don't know if I want to talk to it. But
Kind of. I mean, I'll let you know categorically, this thing is a monstrosity. It's not like a beast or like an insect. It's on like its own scale.
That's
I mean,
fair,
maybe
okay.
you could try.
No, it needs to die. It's done too much. But
it.
at best, I could have just been like, dude, it's your problem.
after we killed its children, it's done too much.
It started it. Okay. Could have been chill.
Gonna deal 11 damage to the ship as it's like biting at a wing, getting incredibly flustered. It's gonna spin around to Stabby and it's gonna go for a bite on Stabby. This thing is ravenous.
My baby.
An 18.
You son of a bitch, I'll kill you.
Yeah, what is Stabby's AC?
15.
Oh,
Ugh.
It's not bad. I mean, it's a respectable AC for the little.
yeah, that's high. That's higher than mine, even with mage armor.
Oh, God.
30 points of damage.
You killed Stabby. Son of a bitch.
Stabby, no!
Poof.
You could just bring him back, right? It's not like the one Stabby.
You know, I think it's summoned Fae, so I think I have to just summon a new Fae.
Is Stabby like gone?
I mean, it doesn't say conjure, it says summon. I imagine I'm taking it from somewhere.
Oh no!
That's,
Oh, poor child's home.
that's how I've always
No.
interpreted it, but
I mean, I'll let you make the call, Chad. What's our flavor here? Does everyone see Stabby get munched up by the spider, or is it like bite into it, poof, magically
Yeah.
Uh,
gone sort of thing?
he gets like bunched up, but then after the hour's up or when I stop concentrating, it'll just poof,
Okay.
poof away, and then the next Stabby would just be like slightly different.
Oh no! Oh
Small village of Stabbies
Yeah.
you're pulling from.
You know, like in Pokemon, when Ash has just like a farm of those Taurus things.
it's
Kind of like that.
this.
Like,
It's like the
there's-
Spinda, how there's like 4 billion variations because it's just slightly different spots.
yeah, so there's just like a forest of them. It's not a big deal.
So all of you would see the bite hard crunches as Stabby is killed.
Oh god!
This thing finding sustenance looks over at all of you. It's gonna use its yeah, it hasn't had to do this. It's just been focusing on the ship. It's going to use its web strand. And the web strand is I could use 2 of them. So it has multi-attack. I'll show you guys the multi-attack. 2 strands, reel, and makes 2 bite attacks. So it's going to strand out to Brett, and we'll call Glenn. She's the second closest.
No!
This one will
No,
be
Glenn!
to Brett. The 16 hit.
You're muted, Bryce.
Let me check. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think I'm the 17, but I'm like, ah.
I feel like a
Sorry, my
16 would
computer's
rest.
overheating. Poor thing.
Oh, never. Well, I did read it. Never mind. It calls forth the spirit that manifests. So when it gets eaten, it just like dissipates in his blue misty magic.
Okay. Well,
Brett
if it
has a
does-
17.
17. Nice. So it'll shoot out and miss. We'll take
I
a
like
shot.
I like this
Glenn.
flavor though that you're literally summoning.
Plucking him from.
22. as Glenn is wrapped up in one of these strange, like glittering spider strands that are just coming out from this thing's like abdomen. Basically, they're just shooting out incoherently, like it doesn't make sense. And then it's going to use a reel. It's going to pull Glenn all the way over to it as she's grappled in its web, like brought up to the spider as it's like rearing up to Nummy.
Glenn, no.
We will go to Kellen's turn.
Oh God.
I can save it.
We're
Just
gonna
don't kill her.
shoot it. Shoot it in its eyes. Blind it. Regular attack.
How do we deal with these fucking webs?
It's got like 8 eyes. So
20 will
We are
hit, my
going
good
to
sir.
spend a psionic energy die and use a psionic strike.
blow its head up.
And when that happens, we will also enact telekinetic thrust. Yes, we will certainly try.
Certainly try.
So we'll do damage with the
It's
psionic
webbed
die.
down.
Damage. Whoops. Sorry. That second one was accidental.
Oh, you're good. So 13 plus your psionic die. So go ahead and mark one of those off
Yeah, it's
and
a D8.
roll was it D8? And then it's plus your intelligence, right?
Oh, is it?
Equal plus your intelligence modifier. Yeah, at least
Okay,
for
well,
this
it's
one,
only
for
a
your
plus
psionic
one,
strike.
so it's a 4.
Okay, 4. So that'll be
Yeah.
17 damage to this thing. Nice. Your shot landing true. Let me take off.
Oh, do I get
that
sneak attack
hail.
because Glinda's wrapped up in the business?
Normally I would say yes, but since she's grappled in the web,
Okay.
I'm not going to give it to you on this one. She is not in a
Oh.
great state at the moment. Let's go and take off that.
Yeah,
All right.
so
That is your first attack.
telekinetic
And
thrust.
then you were trying to do the telekinetic thrust. What's my DC on that?
8 plus 3 plus my intelligence, so 1, so 4. 8 plus 4.
Plus 1.
12. 12.
12. So,
I mean,
strength save.
Oh, it got a nat 1.
even with a natural
Okay.
1.
And then
14.
we will take our second shot. Our extra attack.
Get him.
Yeah.
25 will
Ooh.
hit. Let's go.
And then we will
11
action
more
surge.
Sicko mode.
Nice.
25. Nice. 8 more damage. 4 for 7 more. Nice. Big hits.
That is all we can do, my good sir.
Nice. Lighten this thing up. Flurry of shots. We will go over to Gale.
Okay. Gale's going to draw up a circle, and as she finishes it, she spins it, and it starts like it goes like almost invisible as it's just this ball of thunderous energy. She's changing it to thunder type. It's a chromatic orb. She's gonna
Nice.
cast it at 3rd level.
3rd level. Let's go.
I don't know if I want to say this next part though. She wants to try to. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. She wants to try to aim for the eyes.
Like purposely aiming for the eyes?
Yeah.
Oh. If you're gonna aim for its eyes, you have a
Yeah.
higher AC.
Yeah.
All
Take
right.
his head off, Gale. You sicko.
If I miss, I'm gonna
Killed the lady.
I'm gonna do my thing. What is it?
22.
The
Wait.
seeking spell. I can redo it if I miss with a 22.
22 will hit it, but don't think
Not
it's
its
gonna hit
eyes.
it in its eyes. Not enough to take out vision.
I'll try to seeking spell it.
All right. Take off your, was it 2 sorcery points?
Yeah. I'll just post that quick. One more again. Nope.
Ooh. You must use the new roll. A 12 will miss it entirely.
Mm-hmm.
As your chromatic orb sails off and begins to drift through wild space, probably crashing into an asteroid here in the next 30, 45 seconds.
I liked the gamble.
Yeah, I
It's a
had
good
to
tip.
try.
I'm here for it.
You're
I was
so
I was
close.
more thinking it would be just a more vulnerable spot, deal more damage.
You trying to
Maybe it would like knock it off, but also now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that's not the best thing with Glenn being grappled.
Fuck Glenn.
So maybe it's a good thing I missed. I don't know.
We're the captains now. We all know how to
Right.
fly it. We don't need them anymore. This could just be our boat.
I think literally the only thing I could bonus action is healing word, and I already cast a spell, so I don't need a tempestuous magic. She's just gonna kick the fucking thing closed. God damn it! Saloon, damn it!
Hey, you take Liz David vague, Gale. I'm sick of your shit.
What? Yeah, what's a god I could curse?
Sure, dear.
Sure, yeah.
Sure, damn it!
Wait, actually, it's so traumatic for me. Let's find something else. She
I
who
don't know, we'll
should
figure
not
it
be
out.
named.
All right. Anything else for Gale?
Maybe just take a couple steps, make sure we're not too close to anyone else.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, that's Gail's turn.
We'll cut over to Marius.
I'm a quick and smell vortex warp and use it on what's her face.
On Glenn.
She can purposely fail it if she chooses to, and I'll have her pop up in the back.
Oh yeah, she definitely willingly takes that. And just throw her like over here by Gale.
Just back here.
Oh, okay. She probably like appears like stumbling. Oh, thanks, Marius. She like shouts from the other side. Okay.
Fuck this.
And then I'll Eldritch Blast the big spider. Damn it.
And I will miss.
Eldritch Blast again. 22.
22 will hit.
7
damage.
and my radiant. 15.
Another the 8. Okay. Nice.
And Can I retro that first Eldritch Blast a little bit with the favor of the gods and the bardic?
Yeah. I'll let you hit it this time. Don't forget. As long as you get it before your second attack, you're Gucci. We'll let it slide. Give me 2d4.
I want to do the Bardic. And then if that still misses, can I do the 2d4?
So 8 plus 9 for a 17.
17.
17 will just hit this guy. Found its AC.
6. 6.
6. Nice.
It's like, watch it die next turn. It's all a waste.
I mean, this thing looks healthy still. It's taken a lot of damage. You can see the damage you've done, but it doesn't look physically hindered in any way yet.
Okay, that's that. And then Ailey will have the sword go and attack.
Nice. Go over to Ailey's turn. That shadowy sword. Flying over.
What's up here? 26.
26 will definitely hit this guy.
16 damage.
Nice.
And then what do you have? Let's see. Fuck it. Is this it? I'm gonna do this.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw.
Take 10d6, be incapacitated till start of your next turn.
Nice.
Which is just Brett, but no.
22.
I was hoping it had like a really terrible end, but
That's xenophobic of you.
yeah, it's very
Compared to its other stats, yeah, that +3 is pretty shit.
I mean, it knew to ambush you guys.
I watched Starship Troopers. I just assumed it's a dumb bug. Well, that
I mean, it did roll a 19. So
yeah.
Oh, is this one of those like all or nothing?
I think so.
Yeah.
I was just rereading it.
Ah,
I think
dang.
because it has the ability to also incapacitate, it's a real.
I guess that makes sense.
That's fair. Yeah, because if it
High
lands,
risk,
that's
high
a
reward.
big punch.
Yeah, you can't do anything.
10d6, that's more than Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's bonus action. Any movement?
I'm trying to think. Because this is giant, right? So if she moved down, she could still see it.
Oh yeah, I mean, as far as like size categories for mechanics, it is gargantuan.
Okay.
I was wondering that actually. Thank you.
So then, yeah, she'll back up just a little bit. Wait, let me.
I don't even think I've actually like heard that as a size classification.
I mean, it may be one of the largest creatures as a party you guys have ever faced, like as players. So
God damn.
fact.
Okay, it's their turn.
All right, solid turn from Aelity. We're gonna go to Mr. Brett Hotman, standing by this large, mass of web that has wrapped around the front, almost neck of the dragonfly ship. One of the 3 strands.
I mean, I guess we'll find out. Brett did not like seeing that web stuff, that web business. That was really scary. He's gonna cast slow.
Oh snap! Shit. DC 15.
Please, wisdom be shit. It needs to have something.
Ooh, it is proficient in wisdom saving throws.
God damn it!
21.
What is your weakness?
Can you silvery barbs a check like that? Or is it just attacks?
I don't
it's
even
just
know if you
attacks,
actually
but
can.
I think
double
it's
check
when
it
someone
for me.
takes damage. I think it's in response to someone taking damage.
Oh, you're right for the reaction to even be used. You're right. I think it's
Yeah.
Oh,
Good call.
damn it.
Yeah. Let's see.
It says it succeeds on an attack, ability check, or saving throw.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Oh?
nice. You definitely can silvery barbs it. I think we've only ever used it for attacks and crits.
Nice.
Do it.
Oh yeah, I have it there.
The power of friendship.
The power of Saloon compels you.
It's going to go
Moonlight in your
for
face.
one more as the moonlight shines. Who's getting your advantage from this?
Give it to Kellen.
Kellen. Feeling that moonlight glow upon you. Do a wisdom save. A natural
Yes, Mary.
Yes.
one. Oh.
Let me guess. Don't tell
Legendary
me.
resistance.
Hold on. Yeah.
It's going to use one of its three legendary
I-
resistances.
Three.
It's sorry. It's an
People think
ancient
the old
being.
No, I hate the spider. I just hate spiders so much.
You are the spider. I'm fighting you.
You guys know it has two of these left. You know that now.
Jesus Christ.
No. Brett throws his magic forward. It doesn't seem to take. Marius shouts in encouragement, his magic joining, and it almost seems to latch on, and then it sheds it off.
Oh.
Brett's screaming.
Oh.
He'll use his bonus action to get a bardic inspiration out to. Let's do Marius.
Kill shit.
Gil
Wait,
just-
do you still have one?
No, I used it.
Okay, good. Yeah, we'll
Gil
throw that out
just
there.
screamed again. But the Kindori.
It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Who gets our inspiration?
I'm giving that
Marius?
to Marius.
Marius. I'll put a little marker on you. Get those flame bracers on you again once more.
Do I want Brett to move? No, I guess I don't know. Let's see where he is. Whatever. It's probably fine. This is smart. I guess that's it then. Yeah.
All right. Solid turn. We will close out the round with Glenn as she's like staggering, probably still pulling some of the webs off of her that were left over after the vortex warp. Kellen recommending to go back below deck. She gives like a nod. Captain, he was, I don't know, whenever we got stopped, he was like going crazy. I don't know what happened. I'll see if I can get him back up. She'll just run. Leaps down to the bottom. She begins chugging her way back downstairs.
Like this? What?
Can I maybe yell like disconnect him from the ship?
Yeah, you like scream it down the hatch as you see her like running inward. Right. We will go from Glenn running inside, going to the bridge, top of initiative with the asteroid spider. It is awfully pissed, and this sword has hit it so many times. It's gonna crung. It's trying to attack the crap out of this sword in front of it.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Very fitting.
It like kind of misses entirely. Still not understanding. Goes for another bite on it. 29 will miss the sword, but it crashes into the sort of joint where the winged bit is attached onto the ship. It's essentially bashing on that spot.
No.
Takes 9 points of damage as one of the 4 wings breaks off and is sort of loosely floating after it goes a couple feet off from the impact. Sort of hits that breach and is sort of floating in space. That motion barely keeping on as it lightly drifts.
Shit.
You guys can begin to see the interior of like the mess hall, that extra little room where Liliana stayed in, that Glenn's been staying in. You could see that. This whole side of the ship is just being destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
The asteroid spider now knows it can't just sit here and bash this sword. It's after smashing it twice and no damage being done to it. It's gonna look at all of the little ones that have been pestering it, and it's going to
Fuck you!
It's gonna shoot out a web at Marius and Brett.
I've done way more than just pester.
Heard me. This one will be towards Marius as this web shoots from what you can tell is just like a random opening in its abdomen, kind of up on its side, like what you would think would be a crater in an asteroid, kind of opens up, having an actual like control over parts of it, and shoots a web out in your direction.
Oh,
28 to web you.
Can it do all this while slow?
Legendary resistance.
It's not slowed. It used a legendary action.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Stoner moment. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Did we do something earlier? It's preposterous.
Brett's using a silvery barbs on it this time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, smart man. Take that spell slot off for me, and this thing is taking another shot. 26. Such good rolls.
We were friends so long.
And the secondary shot getting shot your way, Mr. Brett. 27.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Both of you get webbed, being grappled. You can still attack. You just have the grappled condition, which is basically your movement is 0, and you have like disadvantage on dex checks and stuff like that.
Mm.
After it lands both of these webs, it will begin to reel both of you in, pulling you in 30 feet closer to it. Go ahead and move your tokens 30 feet closer or right up to an available space right by our big friend here.
Can I say the commandment for my immovable cat? And just try and fall down with it? No.
What did you say?
I mean, on your turn, you could definitely try something like that.
I wanted to have my
Interesting.
immovable cat pin me down so he could take me away.
Yeah.
You could definitely try that next turn. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I can't.
But that's its turn. It tried to bash the sword, failed, destroyed part of the ship. And just reeled you guys in after webbing you. Gale, Aelity, Kellen probably see this in a horror. Just your 2 friends get webbed and just yoinked 30 feet into this thing's range. That's it for the asteroid spider, though. You will go to Kellen.
I feel like you said something about the properties of this web, but I don't know who noticed it. I know Gale didn't. But I feel like you said something like these might be like magical.
Probably, I think so far Brett, Aelity, and Marius got some sort of vibe. To you, they're just like these thick, crazy webs. You can maybe see a little bit of glitter coming off of them, but in their current state and everything how it is, it's just like, why the fuck isn't the ship moving? These webs touched it, and then we just dead stopped. And then I guess the captain freaked out, whatever that's about.
Sorry, go on, Kellen.
I'm gonna take. I get advantage, right, on my first shot. We're gonna attempt.
Yes.
Yes,
Someone's
sir.
gonna attempt a
Take my
sharpshooter
life.
after making purchase. The spider, hoping that he's steadied his aim.
Go for it. The advantage.
We will empower
22
that with a
will hit
psionic
this
die.
boy.
You know,
And we will take our second shot. Oh shit! Sorry.
Give me some damage
There
first.
you go.
Real quick, just claiming
Nice.
it. Brett gave himself advantage with his silvery bar to hit this move on.
Ooh, good call. Good call.
I
Damn.
assume
Nice!
because they're grappled,
27
they also
points.
don't get sneak attack.
I'll
Yeah.
say you have 2 of them.
Okay.
Since there's 2 people grappled, I'll give it to you.
And we can't attack, right? So
Yeah.
technically we're still a threat.
And they're not as like petrified as Glenn was in the moment.
I'm wriggling a
You're
lot.
fine.
Nice. Big.
Yeah,
Fucking
boy.
Let's go. 32
Your shot
points of
goes
damage.
wide.
Let's go. This thing is, you're starting to see it. Some damage is really starting to linger on this thing. You're not sure how much stamina it has, but you guys can start to see the wounds. The actual like rocky exterior parts that have been hit, it's very much like cracked, kind of like earth, but more like shell. Again, very crustacean like. But yeah, that's solid. Damn, your single hit basically did 2 things worth of damage. So like you're Gucci. Anything else from
That's
Kellen?
it.
That's
He
just her
doesn't
action.
have any bonus actions that he can expend, really. So
All right. We will go to Gale, the breath taker.
God damn, fuck that. Aiming for the eyes, bullshit. Drop another circle, bigger circle. Level 4 chromatic orb. Just gonna try and hit it.
Yes.
Now one.
Bloodthirsty
Maxis.
breath taker.
Face.
I also realized what I did last time. I thought I was like I just was like in the motion of it, and I thought I was picking the level of spell, and I didn't read, and that's why I accidentally rolled with advantage last time.
Oh, I got you. Got you.
I didn't. Yeah.
22 will hit this boy.
Beat it.
Yeah. Level 4 is the highest I can go. Hot damn.
Nice. 28 damage. What's our damage type here?
This is thunder. She's going for thunder.
I am.
Thunder.
We
You
can't
don't
pay the
see
right.
extra damage, but all the damage dealt. This thing you're starting to see, you're cracking it.
Uh, how much does it cost for quickened again? Is 2? Fuck it, I'll do it. I hit that spell. Let's go for a Ray of Frost.
Get him.
get him.
Eat him.
Eat him. Nah, no.
Ooh, an 11 will miss. Solid.
False
damage.
confidence is gonna get us killed.
Any movement?
Mm. Hmm. How far am I from it? I can go. Yeah, we'll get a little bit back. I'll go back here. Take some steps back. As I let off 2 spells. Thunder didn't seem to do much more, but I hit it.
Go from the Breathtaker to Marius, grappled in this thing's web as it's like staring you and Brett down.
Hmm.
And I
Well,
believe you have an inspiration.
I can get one of us out of here.
That's fine. I can get myself out of here.
You sure?
You do know I have Dimension Door.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Then I'm gonna Misty Step.
Nice. Bonus
Yeah.
action.
A beam of moonlight kind of fills my space and then appears somewhere else. Kind of like an old school Star Trek beam.
Mm-hmm.
I just reassemble and then I'll just Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. You still have your wings up, right?
Yes.
Beautiful.
gonna
13 will
fly.
miss this bad boy. Going blind.
I'll use the Bardic Inspiration.
Get it. Roll me a d8.
No!
Oh,
14.
1. Oh, 14 will miss.
For shame. I'm so
Oh,
embarrassed.
it was worth it. It was worth it. I love the gambles we're taking. I love it.
Attack again. 17.
17 will just hit. Let's go.
Yeah.
10 more
Plus
damage. Plus 8. 18 damage.
Nice.
18.
Crazy with it.
Can I? Let's see. Can I go like 10 over and then fly like 10 down onto the opposite side of the ship so he can't see? Never mind. Then I probably could use reactions. Nah,
I mean, you can. I mean, you could fly over the wings. You know, as long as you're not out of it's about 25, 30-ish feet, like range of the ship, you're kind of within its envelope. It's like bubble. It's whenever you breach that is when you could be left behind, but you do know the ship is currently sitting still. It's not even moving.
That's right. I was going to hide on the opposite end of the ship, but then I wouldn't be able to see anybody. So that's why I was
But it's fair. Yeah, they would make it hard for any other, like a silvery barb scenario if you got one of those in
Yeah.
heaven.
So I was thinking. But
you could like back up in the air over the wing.
Yeah, that's what I was counting it. I don't know what his range is, but I'm going to just bank on.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's it. Bonus action attack. Yeah. Then we'll go to Aelity.
Aelity.
And we'll just wash and repeat the spiritual weapon. 21.
21 will hit.
The sword's been on point.
I think, yeah, it's missed like once. God, 22 more
22.
points.
Whew.
Yeah, that's wild.
And
That's dealing force damage.
Whoa.
Does that seem to be doing anything more?
No, from what you guys have gathered, this thing doesn't so far seem to have any vulnerabilities or resistances. It's just super big and super strong.
adorable.
Okay. At least there's nothing like weak or that it's, strong against.
Yeah, I mean, everything you guys have been trying has been landing true. A natural 20.
Eh?
Let's go.
69.
Oh wait, Bardic,
Yeah,
you should
That's
can add
Aelity.
damage to it.
It's not me
Yeah, you
anymore.
can.
It's not
My
there.
inspiration can be used.
I
Oh,
just
right,
saw the
This is
icon
Aelity.
on you, so
Yeah, and I used it to miss my attack.
Still a 15 from that one shot. That is so solid.
Hate
After
it.
that shot, I mean, this thing is starting to get bloodied. It has taken a lot of damage. Multiple impact marks and wounds can be seen all over its form.
We're eating spider for dinner.
I don't know if we want to eat rock spider.
Finish it. You don't know until you try kill them.
It's rock surprise.
Where's your sense of adventure?
I mean, I guess it's not
candy.
really rock. It's more of its shell, but you
Is
know.
it still a loading screen?
Loading's finished. Yeah. It's
Finish. Solid turn. We're gonna go to Brett.
I mean, he's gonna keep that dimension door in his back pocket. He'll go ahead and try another shatter at level 3 this time.
Let's go. And just like throw it behind it.
Yeah, stop trying to
Beautiful.
hit himself.
Yep. And it should be out of range of the ship too, so you should be good. This thing is so massive.
Nah, just scream at it.
Oh, he's doing that too.
And the DC is 15, right?
Yeah, I don't know why it says that.
Yeah, it's okay. And it is con, which it is very good at con. Not as good as strength. That's a good con. Has disadvantage though. A 13 will fail.
Fuck
Yeah.
you! So that'll be a 48, right?
Or D8, yeah, you upcast it to a 3rd level.
legendary resistance. Oh.
Ooh, 19. It'll take this one.
Oh. I guess that didn't matter. He still has that advantage. I guess he wouldn't have had to use it here.
Yeah, you haven't had a need
yeah.
for it just yet.
And getting out of a grapple is an action, right? Attempting to get out.
Correct.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Could you use your... Oh, you used your act. Okay, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
But could you use your advantage for getting out of it?
I think so, but it's an action, so it would have to wait a turn.
Yeah.
That's why I gave it to myself.
You're loaded up. I mean, you're at the ready. Bonus action?
Yeah, bonus action. He has one more bardic inspiration he can throw out. He'll give it to Kellen. Kellen, you better get rid of this thing.
Kill it.
Try harder. I need you
And,
to do
yeah,
that for the
that's his turn.
infrastructure.
Turn. Solid turn. Kellen, you got your fiery bracers. Closing out the round, Glenn charging into the bridge. Some of you maybe be able to hear like some shouts from inside, like Captain, Cap. Brett, maybe like a loose POV, you could maybe see Glenn like through that big window, like get the captain out of the chair and like try to get him on the floor, sort of thing. That will be it for her. Top of initiative, Asteroid Spider. Asteroid Spider, it's gonna take swing at Brett.
No.
It's gonna go first. We'll see if this lands. If it doesn't
Just
land, it's gonna keep going for you.
Just a little nibble.
Oh God.
31.
Yeah.
Oh, God, Brett. No.
Oh man,
33.
Oh, God.
33.
Felix will take care of it while you're away.
This is the first damage you're taking, though, right?
Well, I took 3 damage when I fell during the asteroid.
Right.
Yeah. Might as well be dead.
And it, in a bit of a frenzy, its second bite will just be going straight for the ship as it's just boom, boom, trying to get anything
No,
it can.
go for Brett again.
What? Stop!
I can bring Brett back from the dead. I can't fix this shit. Oh,
A 15
That's not a
You know what? That is
point.
kind of a good point. Unless...
Gail. At least
Yeah.
like me and my boyfriend will match.
you have something.
Too soon.
No,
Too soon, me.
humans have me here.
And with its web,
I love to. That's
Ah.
not a good point. Am I too far? Did I step back? Was that correct?
Cowards
Or am I close enough?
y'all would see this massive spider begin to crawl and sort of
No!
move around Brett, coming up onto the top deck proper.
No, stop it!
So I stay in place, or do I stay like in the same spot relative to the spider?
It's relative to the spider, so it's kind of like moving around you. So it's just sort of like shifting in its place as it climbs up on top deck, and it's like loosely standing, like one of two of its legs, like on the ballista. It's going to now.
No, my body.
Yeah, it's gonna go for Aelody and Marius, trying to web you guys in.
Yeah,
What?
please.
My friends,
What's
no.
going on here?
So this one's to you, Marius. 26.
Silvery barbs.
Yes.
Oh God, no, I don't.
Wait, is it just a
Do you
net?
have one?
Wait, plus 13? Well, my AC is 13, so there's really no point.
The web strand will shoot towards Aelody.
Take me now.
17.
My bad, I forgot. Yeah, that also hits.
No!
And then it will reel the two of you in 30 feet.
God, why can't I use shield to protect someone else?
And that will be the spider's turn. We will go to Kellen, seeing this thing has repositioned, standing on top deck proper. It's like feet moving around, scraping up, probably making big impact marks as it moves around on
Can I
the
start
wooden top
moving
deck.
back on the ship? Like back here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can sort of
Okay.
jump up. Yeah, you can jump up on that side and move back.
So
Easy
30
peasy.
feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. And with a better view of its face, we will hunker down and sharpshooter.
Get it.
Wah!
18 will hit this boy.
Douche.
You can add to the damage too with my bardic inspiration if you want.
You can. You
I'll
can roll a
save
D
it
to
for the
add to it.
second shot, just in
And
case I
psionic
miss with that one.
Check it.
Yeah, so we'll
Nice.
empower that with the
We don't play
silent
to lose, champ.
strike. So I have 3 of those dice left, by the way. Then sneak attack. Do I get sneak attack again? Yeah.
Yeah, you can sneak attack on this guy. Nice. So another 4 damage on top. I mean, this thing is starting to look busted
And
up.
last shot. Oh, 13,
10 will
no.
miss. Oh, 13 will miss.
Could have had 8 damage.
That's it for kill.
All right. That's it for Kellen. Repositioning, letting off a mean shot. Second one missing. We're going to go to Gale, seeing the monstrosity climb up on the ship. 3 of your friends in its web around it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're gonna Cat tried to get in my lap and she just fucking fell. We're gonna let off we're gonna drop a circle, spin it, and let off a chromatic orb of acid at 2nd level.
Nice. Let it fly.
Yeah! Why is that taking so long?
For suspense purposes.
21 will hit.
Hey. Go ahead, take off that third level spell or second level spell. "13 points of acid."
Nice. Let's go.
Can't. And she's going to 5, 10, 15.
What's happening?
She's like standing on the couch, like fuck.
So small.
Small spider coming towards you. It's all relative.
I don't know if she feels. Oh wait, there is like the whole gravity thing. That's right.
Walk on the side of shit.
Yeah, you can walk on the side,
Yeah.
you can run around to the
Yep.
bottom.
She's gonna take a careful step up there. Okay. Still got the Yeah, we're gonna do one more just to try. Another 2 points. Let off a quicken spell, Ray of Frost. Trying to have another little circle as she steps up. Yeah. God, those always roll so bad.
13 will miss. Going wide.
God damn it. That was what, 5, 10, 15, 20. I could hop over there.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Yeah. 30 feet of movement. I imagine it's gonna keep crawling this way or something.
Fuck yeah.
We will go to Marius.
God shit, fuck. Salute, why?
Bring her into this. We switch pilots and all of a sudden we run right into.
It's the only god I can think of right now.
It's goddess. Goddess.
It's your turn, Master Marius.
I guess I'll just Eldritch Blast at disadvantage, right? I can still.
Yeah, you can still shoot him. He's just, since it's in melee, yeah, at disadvantage on him.
And now one's a hit.
Ooh, nat 1. Roll the damage for me.
The ace is high. Oh god, Ailey's dead.
10. You shoot the deck of the ship, luckily, obviously. Damage threshold, but oh god.
Okay.
Fuck it. Yeah, shoots another one. Yeah, it's 10.
This one going wide, aiming for more of the torso.
All these 10s.
Oh no.
Sign. I think I gotta go.
And like right now in that form, they're like in a triangle.
I know it's weird. No,
It's a little weird.
I don't feel good.
It's like Illuminati.
I do nothing. I do nothing to nobody.
So
and then
our action.
do my healing light. I'll pop 2 more on myself. 7 health. Thank you.
Nice.
And then that'd be it for Marius. And I don't any more planned pre-capture. Oh god, our strength's worse than mine, dude. Alright. Well, let's just spiritual weapon again. Hack.
Hit him.
Fuck.
Roll me the damage.
We did.
Yeah, this thing is on the ship proper now. It seems fair.
Just more than
yeah, so it just grazes against the thing, but no damage.
What the fuck is that mean? Do that. It's a strength check to get out, I assume.
Yes, it would be your action.
Yeah.
It would be athletics or acrobatics. So essentially, like trying to break out of a grapple check.
flex the bust out of here. Yeah, let's try it. Wait, is it first yours or is it just a save?
It's a skill check versus the DC. It's a high DC, strength or athletics or acrobatics check.
One second. You sure? Pure Warlock just has no spell. Attached. Okay. Okay, she's got the health. Let's just do. We'll just Eldritch Blast twice.
Get him. Disadvantage.
Ooh.
Pop.
God damn it.
Oh, roll some damage.
Yeah,
Bam. A lot of
That's all-
superficial damage
we're
going
just-
on up here.
A lot of flashing lights.
Uh-huh.
Scuff of the floor.
Some warped wood and like some impact marks.
We'll
Ah,
singe.
10 going wide. This web is so sticky. It's hard to get your centering.
There's a risk we're willing to take. Okay, that's all we got. We're one trick ponies. Just Eldritch blasting the shit out of the shit.
It's a cool
Do we
sight.
get
You
it?
guys are webbed up, just like pow, 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 just letting off shots.
I'll kill you.
I've been watching Dragon Ball Z, so that looks exactly like a Dragon Ball Z fight, where they're just like, yeah, and
Exactly.
like nothing really seems to be happening.
Marys and Aelity just like doing their key shots. Just
In the background, just a sword chopping up the deck.
It's gonna be Mr. Hopman's turn.
Save his
Flex
breath.
Flex the buzz.
Flex the best out of here.
Brett's gonna do a shatter at level 3. Another one.
It's like throw it up
He'll
on its
have
back, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't hit the ship.
Hell yeah. I mean, this thing is 35 feet, so yeah, it's like standing up on its feet. Super easy not to hit the ship.
So it'll be 48. DC is 15.
If we all get
Um,
kidnapped by this thing,
It just takes off with us.
23.
What the fuck? 3 damage.
3 damage.
That was a 3rd level spell. My heart.
2 2s and 2 1s. That's terrible.
Brett's getting tired. He's out of bardic inspiration. He's the lowest on spell slots he's ever been in a fight.
it's like the
That
Energizer Bunny. He needs movement.
Yeah,
He's been stagnant for too long.
do I have any other bonus action I can do?
Bite it.
Love these. No, I don't think there's anything he can do at the moment, unfortunately.
All right. We will go to the asteroid spider. The asteroid spider is going to take a pop at Brett.
Oh my god.
31.
Oh my god.
21?
30.
No, yeah.
30.
30.
And it will wildly go to bite down on the ship.
Just leave us alone.
26 on the vessel. Ooh, damn. 22, so what's that? 17? Is that right? Did I math that right?
For what? Oh, on the ship?
Yeah.
32. Yeah, 17.
17. So 17 to the ship. And then this thing is gonna drag you guys. So I'll move your characters as it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Fuck you!
5,
Fuck you!
40. Dragging all of you along with it.
That's trippy.
Oh, it's got to use more.
Fuck
It
you!
has 20 more feet. So
Ah!
5,
Ah!
Oh my
10,
God.
15,
Run, Gil!
20.
Run!
Or
It has
no.
60 feet of movement.
Why?
I was worried
Uh,
what's gonna happen when we're all caught.
I literally moved as far as I could.
Asteroid Spider is going to take web shots. Yours, Gale, will be at disadvantage because it is a ranged attack and you're in melee
Ah!
with it.
Stupid spider.
Okay.
Here's
for our
yours, Gale. Disadvantage. 21.
God fucking damn it. I can't even shield that.
Kellen, this one's shooting your
Oh
way.
my god, hold on.
17.
I could
You
have
got a
shielded
16,
that.
but hold on.
What's
Let
your
me
AC?
see
What do
I
you
could
got?
shield that.
Oh,
Didn't I
God.
give you
Can I shield Kellen?
No,
Please,
yeah.
can I shield
got a
Kellen?
Bardic
I
still.
expended the
Yeah,
bardic
could you add that
inspiration
to your
last
AC?
turn.
Yeah, that's a
Remember?
thing.
Hold on.
No.
Oh, you
So
did.
that's
You
Hold
did
on.
take the marker
Hold on.
off.
Hold on. Hold on.
Can I shield Kellen?
Tell me if protective field works. When you or another creature you can see within 30 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reaction to expend a psionic energy die. Roll the die and reduce the damage taken to the. I guess it's not damage, so I guess it doesn't work. Okay.
Yeah, this one wouldn't work with it, unfortunately.
Okay,
'Cause it's just trying to
then it
slap you,
succeeds.
get you strung up.
Damn it.
No.
I'll use my last silvery bar.
The last silvery barbs on it.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Us all being entangled by the evil spider.
It's got such a high attack.
Doesn't matter. We have no choice.
All right, if you're silvery barbs, and who gets your advantage?
Is it
Who
on
gets
the
the-
next attack? Oh, ability. Where's
anything
Steve?
you want in the next minute?
Mm-hmm.
Brett still has his, right?
Yep. Yeah, he does.
I'll give it to Kill. Be free,
I'm sorry for shooting you. It will take
that
another
definitely
web
hits.
shot. Normal. A dirty 20. Oh.
Are you even trying, Kellen?
And it will use its reel to pull Kellen in. Gale, you're already in close enough range for it. It reels you in, Kellen, after you get strung up with this web strand.
Are me and Aelity stuck together now?
Basically, yeah. By proxy. You were like a couple feet away when it approached, and then you're just like kind of pulled into Aelity's shoulder.
Hey.
You too.
All right. So, Kellen, you're pulled into it.
Face is like smashed into the spider. Well, now you and Brett can use your advantages. Bust out of here.
We'll move to Kellen's turn.
Can Brett just be extra fiery and get rid of the webs?
I do love it.
Like a flame on situation.
Did I use a
How
side
high
powered leap to break out? Or do I still have to roll? Okay.
You still have to roll. I mean, I'll give you if you burn your bonus action and a psionic die, you take it off your tracker. I'll give you advantage on your action to try to escape.
Wait, he already has advantage on his actions.
Oh, that's right. I guess you do. You have your
I
silvery
save that,
barbs
though.
on you.
Yeah.
You
Well,
could
so
still use it
I'll
for
use
flying
the
if you
advantage
so
to break
choose, but-
out, and then I can use my bonus action to like do a leap to get like 60 feet away. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Let me be free.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Don't take an
Give
attack.
me a athletics or an acrobatics check with advantage, my good sir. DC is fairly high. A 24 will beat the
Double
DC to
24s.
escape. As you manage to use like a free arrow to like slice up and roll yourself out, you are no longer grappled by the web.
Bruh.
What a
Bro.
pro. That's crazy.
My
If you run
guy.
downstairs, they can't follow you.
Yeah, and then I gotta shoot
This
over
guy
here
will
because
rip its way in
otherwise
there,
I
man.
shoot off the
Yeah.
ship, man. Like,
It's got like a little 30-foot gravity well thing to it.
So
Yeah.
you're dashing like under this thing.
I'm propelling myself like a.
As you move out, it's going to take an attack on.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, you. Oh, I mean, yeah, it would still provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
You broke your grapple. You cover
Yeah,
the
that'll
distance.
hit.
It's going to take a lunging bite. A 19.
Damn.
Ooh, 24 points of damage.
You couldn't use your shield for this, right?
I
Or your
could, but I don't think it's worth it.
protective field.
I'll be okay. And then
I
we'll
don't know.
take our sharpshooter shots. The back of it. The ugly
Hell
thing.
yeah. Get this thing.
Big
A 23
Yeah.
will hit. Let's go.
Oh,
Phew.
Gee.
28
One
points
more
of
shot.
damage. This thing is looking rough.
Ah!
Wait, did you use your
Yeah.
20?
Oh,
did you
fuck.
use your
Oh,
action though
That's
to escape?
right. Shit.
Oh, you did. That
Oh,
is a good point.
wasted.
Oh.
Yep, I used
No.
Oh, wait,
action
no, you
surge
used
too.
action surge already. Fuck.
Wasted.
Oh.
Good catch, Carson. Good
Oh,
catch.
I feel so
Good catch.
teased.
Good catch, Chad.
Yeah.
Nobody kills it but me.
I wish I lived in that timeline.
Yeah.
Take us there.
Yeah, that's it. Action, bonus action, all of
Okay,
the
covering
stuff.
the distance. Solid turn.
Damn.
Solid turn. We're gonna cut to Gale.
Sup, Elodie? I'm gonna attempt to fuck. I don't even know if I could really try and get out of this with like fly or something. I feel like I'd have to spend a lot to even try. Definitely not gonna do it by sheer strength.
I believe in you.
Mm. Fuck. I think she's just gonna go for a shocking grasp. Try and shocking grasp this thing. I don't know if I can do that while I'm grappled.
You can still attack and stuff, so I think, right?
Yeah.
I just touch it.
Good.
God damn it!
Oh, an 8 will miss.
Why?
Solid attempt.
Do either of my two companions right next to me look particularly wounded?
They're not bad actually. I think Brett's the one that's been getting beat up on.
Brett's lost a lot of health, but he's down to 27. Which is like one attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but you're on the other side. I don't really
No
know if
worries,
I
I'm
could
just letting
see.
you know where's
Yeah,
that.
like I don't really know if I could see you
Healing
to
word?
know the state that you're in, but I don't think I necessarily need visuals for a healing word. I just feel like it's a little meta since I like can't really see you.
No worries.
Die, Brett. Die.
His blood's running in, he's
Uh,
fine.
um, I guess she's gonna. I can do this on a bonus as a bonus action, right? Why? Hold on, I'll post it.
Can I get some spell
Yeah,
slots
as a
back?
bonus action.
Yeah.
I can do it back and forth, right? Like points to spells or spells to points.
Yeah, the conversion is just different. I don't know exactly what that is. Oh, it says it down there.
Yeah, I've got that on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna convert one of my level ones to 2 points as she just takes a breath in. It's just like, it's fucking why? It's gonna be action, bonus action. I can't move. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Right. Doing what we can. Doing what we can. Marius, you are up to bat. Trapped in web, seeing Kellen break free, dash off to the side underneath it.
Whew. Sorry. I'm gonna do my last 2 healing lights for Brett. 5 health?
5 healing from
Yeah, you
Mr.
can
Hotman.
survive in the day. That's all I got. Hmm. I will. That's good. Fuck it. I like make a bonfire under it.
Hell yeah. I love it. I love it. So you manifest it right under the center of its abdomen. Basically, so it's like the bonfire's on this like top side of the ship, like right under its belly.
Yeah.
Dex save. Dex save.
Cookies out of that.
Dex is not great. You may have just found its true weakness. A 10.
Haha.
I mean, that makes sense for a
bit.
ginormous creature.
What?
Eat
7
it.
fire damage. Respect.
Wait, what was
Okay.
its what was its size class? Gigantic?
Yes,
Gargantuan?
or gargantuan.
Gargantuan. Yeah, I was like, it's something with a G.
Giga.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll go to Lodi's turn.
Lodi's turn.
On the soundtrack, I'm on Waltz of Memories, so it's like looking at the state we're in right now. It just sounds like I'm on a fucked up carousel right now.
Let's do some. We'll move
We're
the
all
sword
stuck on
closer.
this spider.
13.
13 will miss.
Can I get a recount?
16 will miss.
I hate
This was a quickened action?
No.
No? Didn't
Sorry,
you
this
cast
is,
Crit Bonfire? Oh, Aelity. Sorry,
Aelity,
my bad. We've all done it once.
Yeah, yeah.
My
I
bad, my
honestly,
Changing.
I'm just resorted to just not trying to chime in anymore because I'm too confused sometimes.
You are
What?
Gucci. Both of those going wide for Aelity.
It's hard too because he took like meta magic adept. So it's kind of like we're blended a little bit. Or I went.
Yeah, you
sort
guys
of
have very
levels.
similar builds in a way.
Yes, throw 'em, yeah. Suppose actually move the sword. That one, yeah. Okay, that's her turn. And then we'll
Go to Mr. Hotman.
either break out or your dimension. Save yourself, but then save me.
But then, yeah. It was really. I'm so stressed, you guys. Let's see. So, I guess he will. No, I don't want to do that either. Honestly, Brett's gonna. No, I hate that too. Fuck, sorry.
No, you're good. You're totally good.
Let me remind myself what this does. Okay, yeah. So is this a? Oh, okay. Ugh. I just feel so silly to like go another round without using disadvantage, but
Oh my god! Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have him cast Burning Hands, and I'll have
Ooh.
him do it at level 2.
Hell yeah. Burning Hands level 2.
So here's that right there.
Dex save. What a good call. What a good call.
And with the 15, I don't know why those are.
A 12 will
Hey.
fail.
So it'll be
46.
46. I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
them separately. It feels better. 1, 2, 3, 4. That felt right.
19 damage.
I have done 19 damage on almost every single one of these that I've
That's
rolled.
It's fucking weird.
Uh,
They're all
it
different
will-
levels.
3/10.
And they're all
will
different
use-
spells. Like
It's going to use a legendary resistance, by the way.
I
on
hate you!
that.
I hate you! I hate you! Ah! I hate you! Ah! I'm talking to the spider, not you, Matt. But I hate you!
It's okay. I get it, man.
I'm gonna kill your creation.
Just die! My magic, you eat it all. I hate you.
It's true.
But it does have one left. Only one more legendary resistance left.
Okay. I have a bonus action, but I use the spell, and I'm out of bardic inspiration, so I don't think I can actually do anything.
I don't believe so. Yeah, since you cast that slotted spell.
Brett is so mad. He's just like writhing in that like web, like you know. I don't know. You probably have seen him this mad. You know. Yeah.
yeah, no.
I totally get it.
That's so funny. That's his turn.
All right.
Oh,
On top of
God.
initiative with the asteroid spider. It's going to take a big old bite at Brett first.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, buddy. It's personal on my end too.
A
Fuck you.
16.
I'm a 17. Bitch.
Will
Fuck you.
miss.
Might as well attack again, am I right?
All his
And,
angry screaming that helped him dodge.
and it's going to go for another sporadic attack. High or low, Brett?
Tensions are high, the numbers should be high.
All right. So if it rolls low, it's going to go for the ship. It rolled low, so it's going to attack the ship.
No, take Brett.
23.
That's 8.
Oh my God. 37.
30. Jesus. Oh, 22.
Oh my God.
Boat's starting to look a little sus.
It is getting so tore up. This thing is littered with holes.
Yeah,
The wings on the right side, one's gone, the other one's barely hanging on. This back sort of connector to the training room has just been like busted in. You can't imagine what the doorway looks like in there after this. And
Fuck you!
it's gonna shoot a web
Fucking
over at you,
spider,
Kellen.
Fuck you!
Yeah.
Supposed to be a
Yeah,
fan.
that'll hit.
A 19. You feel it latch onto you again and reels you in 30 feet as you like smash into one of its legs. As you guys are all up in this thing's face as we move to Kellen's turn, it is incredibly damaged. You can see that its eyes are almost feral. This thing is either highly ravenous, highly territorial, or just you killed its babies or something. Like, it is blood hungry.
Why are you bringing that up? His baby started it.
Can I take some shots?
Kellen, it'll be your turn. You can.
Right?
You will be at disadvantage. Yeah, it's grappled and it pulled you 30 feet towards it. So you're right up in its face now. Wait, you have close range, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let me double check. I don't know if grappled inherently gives you disadvantage. Let me double check. I don't think it does. Grappled. Yeah, no, you're good. So if you have your close range shooter, you can make a straight attack against this guy.
Yeah, we will try to sharpshooter its underbelly.
Good call.
Since we're right up in its goodness. Ugh.
Get it.
Get the fucking.
That will miss.
I could
Arrow
die.
clatters to the ground against its abdomen.
Oh.
A 17 will just
Power
hit.
that with a psionic
22 damage.
And stick attack.
Psionic strikes for 24 damage. Sneak
Die,
attack,
shit.
plus another 4, so that's 28 damage.
Oh my god.
Kellen,
Like,
how do you
he's like-
kill the elder
Yeah.
asteroid spider?
in the web and stuff,
My
and
God.
so like the fucking tentacles have to like steady the bow for him, as his arms can barely like reach through. And with the first bow, he brings it down. He has like barely enough movement to like move his arms. And he brings it down, and it just like tinks off the bottom of the spider. And the next one, he just like is able to just like get it down just a little bit further, and it just right in the middle of it, and it just drops.
Oh my god, this massive kung. You guys feel the still inactive, inert Spelljammer ship as this thing slams hard. You see the light in this thing's eyes fade as it's laying there, bleeding out, seeing this dark black ichor begin to pool on the actual upper deck itself. As soon as this thing dies, you all will notice two things almost immediately. The 3 strands that were connected onto the ship, that faint glitter, that shimmer that they had, fades, ceases. The web is still there in large amounts, but it also seems inert. And as soon as you're having that thought, there would be a whoom, a thrum of activity from the Spelljammer ship as it comes back to life. Not moving, but there would be a very faint drift to it just inherently, as you are all still in this asteroid belt. This huge carcass of an asteroid spider on the upper deck. And that's where we'll take a break.
Okay.
Oh man.
Bathrooms,
That was
babies,
so
and
good.
bits.
Fuck that
Ah.
fucking spider.
Interesting.
Oh,
That was a fucking brawl,
Yes.
dude.
that's scary.
You guys want to know how many hit points it had?
I'm gonna
300.
guess
269.
like 250.
I was
Nope.
thinking 350.
Oh,
Is it higher?
348.
Jesus.
Hey.
Ooh,
An AC of 17.
golly.
You put it in work on it.
Guys,
I
killed
like.
it.
Is it just my own bias because it's my experience? But I swear, no one gets counterspelled or legendary actioned as much as I do.
Yeah. Well, part of it is like especially because of shit like that, I've purposefully picked things that are attack bases instead of saving throws because I have Seeking Spell.
Hmm.
So like
I don't do as many sorcerers, I think. So it's just not usually something I can protect myself from.
yeah, so it's kind of like because I guess it's more so because I have Seeking Spell that ended up happening, but it's worked in my favor in that, I avoid legendary resistances a lot, but then I also have to deal with their very high AC, so it's like, pick your battle.
Yeah, that's true. Like that is the nice thing about it is that even if they fail, you're still like doing some damage potentially. And even if they use a legendary action, at least you're eating that up. But still, oh my heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys did so good.
That was amazing. Kellen with
We
those
had
big
some-
fucking hits, dude.
We had some garbage rolls in the beginning, though,
Oh my
dude.
God.
I feel like
Holy
I-
shit. Like,
Took you
all
long
of us. It was rough.
Yeah,
Feels
it was a rough start. I was not expecting because I mean essentially it was once you did X amount of damage, enough damage, it would be like, oh, you guys are an actual threat, not just like pests.
Yeah, I definitely noticed the shift from when it was like, oh, these things are actually a problem now.
So
I don't know,
was
maybe it was good,
not
it took a while.
expecting that. I mean, it
That's-
wailed on the ship. I was not
Yeah.
expecting that.
I should have gained more distance earlier on, but I was like, well, I want to stay close for my like cantrips because those are only 60 feet.
Mhm.
I should have said, nah, fuck
Wow.
that. Stop wasting your spells on these stupid cantrips that aren't hitting.
Man, I knew it was gonna take some damage. but
Oh
phew,
my
what's the ship's
God.
HP at?
44.
Oh,
Two-
Out of like what,
200.
200?
I don't think this is, guys.
Yeah,
this
we're
is
dead in the
rough.
water, dude.
Do we
That's
even have the
fucking insane.
materials to recover that?
Like, this
I
shit
was so
is-
genuinely scared
It
we were
has
gonna
to
lose
be
it.
It has to
Yeah.
be, like, not.
Fix it.
Well, and
Like
how is
the-
Casper after that?
Exactly.
Basically, like one wing's all fucked up, and there's a giant hole in the front, and then the top's just
Basically.
I'll be
arced,
right back.
So
if he wakes up,
Yes, bathrooms, bevies, and bits. Everyone stand up, stretch.
hey,
Some water.
fuck.
Is there a decent amount planned left? Because unfortunately I have to cut off early today, and I was kind of hoping to leave after this fight, but I really don't know what's going on.
I mean, I had more stuff planned. Which if you can't be here, it's cool. We can always play through it and catch you up.
You do gotta deal with your move and stuff.
Yeah, I gotta
totally
do
get
the
it.
final things, but Brett's pretty straightforward. I feel like he's not too hard to play.
the complex soul, but we'll manage.
We'll put Maverick in charge of running Brett. Or if you get done early or like have time,
The
feel free to come in
elementals.
if we're still here. I don't know what
Yeah,
you got
I'm
planned.
just.
All right, we'll see you
I
next
just promised.
week.
I'll do one more hour. One more hour, and then I gotta go.
1 more hour. Okay, everyone do bathroom, babies, and bits. Quick 10-minute. We'll try to start playing at top of the hour.
Mm-hmm.
Top of the hour.
Top of the hour. Let me end Craigie Poo for part 1.
Good.
Okay, all right.